he get arrested? Is he left alone?
Arrested.
What exactly? So he's arrested on site. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think the community notice board says something about Zentarum being
that's right.
illegal.
Okay,
cool. I had to go declare myself as former Zentarum.
That's right.
One of the first questions is, why shouldn't I kill you right now?
Cool. All right.
Because you're a nice person.
Right? Yeah, I'm a nice backstabber.
I'm a nice guy.
Because you're a player character. I mean, what?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's cool.
That didn't help for 7 out of 8 of the people last time. Rely on that.
I was going to say, it's called plot armor, sweetie. But yeah, it didn't help.
You don't have it. No plot armor in this campaign. So, yeah.
Another GBK 2 nights in a row people
No one has plot armor, so if you want to go and break into Randall Moore's house and murder him, that's a quest that's available.
Quest that's available. Okay.
He single-handedly threw down the Zentarum, but maybe you got a chance, right?
I mean,
it sounds like a Zentarum quest to me.
Yeah,
it is.
One of these days, I'll actually side with the Zentarum, but in the meantime, let's go shoot some Zentarum.
Okay.
Or I'll settle for, I guess, what are we going to try to do? Some bounty hunting then today? We're going to try to go find some more pelts or something?
Yeah.
If we can find that big pelt. Wait, no, we got the owlbear for that, actually. Never mind. Yeah, that's right. We already got that.
Well, I mean, we might find something bigger than an owlbear. The competition hasn't finished yet.
I think we're competing against our own entry then at that point. Let's see here. There's a good small pelt. Heaviest... Ooh, we could do fishing. Arctic, do you have fishing minigames?
Sure.
How about any of these cults here? Or these bounties, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, we can look for a bunch of heads, or specific criminals, or both. I mean, we intend to cover a lot of ground, right? So I imagine we'll be able to pick a fair bit up.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose.
Is there no bounty for even though that's said to be some nearby?
What?
You can't prove it's a werewolf, because when you kill them, they turn back to human.
I see.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah. There is a quest, I don't think you picked it up, but there is a quest to catch a live werewolf.
Huh, that sounds like a poor idea.
That sounds terrible.
That sounds like a recipe to get bit and get werewolfism yourself. But if any of us gets, infected with it, let's pick up that quest.
Turn the party member in.
Rude.
Yeah, just kind of looking around at these radiant quests once more. None of them really are bumping out to me. The 3 bugbears might be a good shot. That's a little risky to do when we're down one of our frontliners, but hey, bugbears. It's 150 gold. Nothing to thumb your nose at.
I wouldn't mind finding this Carthagis either. Flex on them.
Yeah.
More Badane.
Yeah, I'm wondering
if there's one thing Badane
they're...
don't like, it's Badane.
Damn,
you truly have truly have an interesting culture.
Just like the Scots.
The Badine and the Badine are natural enemies.
Anything goes in the desert.
Yeah, exactly.
They run together all the time.
Okay. Wait, when is Randall Mourn's 75th birthday? Is that what's the date today in relation to then? 27th of chess? Wish I knew the Forgotten Realms calendar.
Yeah, I don't know it really well either at all, to be honest.
Oh, really? I always said January, February, March, and my players always clowned me for it, but I was like, shut up. You know what day I'm talking about.
You can Google calendar of half toss if you want. Yeah. I think this campaign began on the first day of the spring equinox, which is not green grass, but I can't fucking even remember at this point.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I guess are we essentially just taking the road to Shadowdale then? Is that what the plan is for this session? Pass by the old fort?
Not quite
And-
to Shadowdale, probably kind of like around here.
Oh, are you thinking like Castle Daggerdale or what?
We were told to go and check that out, right? We could pass by, scout it out. Like
Wouldn't be
but
terrible.
It's occupied at the moment. We know that much.
Oh.
They're ruins, right? And yeah, Morn was like, yeah, if you clear it out and stay in there for a year, it's yours.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we want to stay there for a year, but we could take a poke at the ruins. That seems like a good Radiant quest to go. Like whenever I'm playing Skyrim, I always try to like pick a trail of quests off in a general direction. Like that seems like a good first step.
Yeah, well, it seems like we've got a pretty good plan, right? And leave Dagger Falls, kind of like come along the road, past the old fort, possibly scout this out, and then cut through, looking for bounties, making our way towards the ranches, right?
Yeah, before we go, I think we should research the Cavalier ranches, and if we think we're in over our heads, I think we should turn back and play it safe.
Of course.
Another option we could do is we could see about getting a boat and boating up the river. And come through back here.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Is that Zentarum land at all up there, or?
Yeah, I think it's been established like the border's something like this, basically.
And if
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm babbling. You go right ahead.
I was gonna say, so are we leading the horses back to the centaur, or are we just freeing them and then just letting them run wild?
She was very nondescript, so I'm fairly certain that her centaur buddies are gonna step in at some point with us. I'm assuming she has centaur buddies.
My guess was the job was to get them away from the Zentarum. What happened to them after that, you didn't really care.
My thought is that they'd be like returned to nature. Yeah.
Well, it sounded like it was kind of our decision. Like we could just kind of steal them and sell them ourselves.
I mean they're gonna be branded, so reselling them is probably gonna be a no-go. If we're exceptionally ballsy, we can just ride around with Zentarum branded horses.
Well, if
That would be awesome.
Nope.
why can't we sell them to people that hate Zentarum?
They might buy them, but they're gonna ask for less coin off that. If
Who cares? It didn't cost us anything.
Us no, but it's like if somebody else claims it's theirs. I mean, if these Cavalier people claim it's theirs, I don't know if that's a descriptor name actually, but that's also suspiciously close. That town Vunlar, that's the place with all the racists, right?
That's Hills Far, but I'll bring up a larger map to bring some of that into context. This might be too large a map. I might find a different one again, but for now this will do. So let's see. Hasn't come into focus for me yet. Oh, there we go. So there's Vunlar. There's Hills Far. The little map that we're on takes up a space around about like this. Something like about that. That's Tesh Wave that just got buried. So our the map that you were on before is probably something about like that.
Hmm.
Gotcha. So that's a ways out there. All right. Suppose it's the party of mostly humans. I think this week Kefka is the only one who's got to watch his ass about that.
He looks human.
I thought he was like an elf.
Half.
Hey,
No. No, I'm a
Humans-
full out.
humans can still dislike other humans too.
Absolutely. Just look at the Bedin.
You said it, not me.
I mean, here was Flint thinking like, thank God there's the Bedin, and then they're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna take you into slavery, and you're gonna be my lover, and I'm just like, oh shit.
If you want to be my lover. Mhm.
I
Innocent
think we
you
go
are in
poke
the
around
ways
the
of
castle.
Dean.
Apparently, see, here I was thinking that their aspect of what was it? I don't know. Their gods wouldn't be cool with that, but what do I know? It's not a complete copy of the Arabic culture. Not a complete copy.
Arabs are big slavers; they always have been.
What is
Oh, I
it,
was
like
referring to the
crack?
homosexuality, but yeah, because they're really not big on that.
Have you ever heard of Bakla?
Yeah, isn't that the transvestite capital of the world or something? Transsexual?
Basically, yeah. I think there's more, transsexuals in Iran than just about anywhere else. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not going to tell you what Bakla is. You should probably Google it. Bakla, Afghanistan.
Mhm.
I'll go to Google it myself just to make sure I've got the word
Yeah.
right.
Huh.
Yeah, the reason there's so many transsexuals is because there's no law against it. But if you're gay, you get hung or thrown off buildings.
Yeah,
Oh wow. Yeah.
yeah. And
That's,
there's no interaction between men and females as well. Like, so you just take boys instead.
Mhm.
Anyway, I'm not going to get into it any
Yeah,
further than that.
yeah.
Bakla is a Filipino word. That's the wrong word. Can't think of the wrong word, but it translates to boy love or something anyway. Basically, yeah. I said I wasn't going to talk anymore about it, but
Mhm.
it's a traditional practice, still goes on in the modern era.
all right. Before we go, I do want to try to see if I can't talk to, like, I guess one of the bartenders or maybe even one of the guards if they seem chatty, but I want to ask them about the Cavalier Ranch.
Oh, I know a bartender that's super chatty. She isn't actually a bartender though.
No.
I hear she's a little catty too.
Hmm.
All right, any ideas?
Oh, okay.
Didn't
I
we
wasn't
still
sure.
have? Didn't we still have to check out the graveyard? Like, didn't when the people were getting buried?
Yeah, we're
Oh yeah, fuck. Before
should do
we
that
before we
first.
yeah. No, we just gotta stake out the time and I think leave tomorrow then.
Yeah, that sounds like the plan. Maybe we could pick up some silvered weapons as well. Along with the rest
Hey,
of us.
according to the centaur, it isn't silvered weapons. You need fully like pure silver. And she was selling arrows. I'm sure she would sell bolts. They're a little expensive, but it's like one gold for a piece of ammunition, I think.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You really gotta be hating someone if you're gonna pop a gold in their ass.
Well, you get half the gold back every time, so.
There was an old skit, I think it was by Chris Rock, that said that. It's
Yeah.
basically like, yeah. You know it, but maybe you know it better than me.
Something along the lines of, you don't need gun control, you need bullet control.
That's kind of the bullets are like $100 each, and no one's gonna get killed. Yeah.
Damn, they put $20 in that guy.
Yeah, initially I was only going to buy 5 of these arrows, but if we are actually planning to go off into the fucking Dagger Hills, I'm going to buy more.
Do you know if, like, magical weapons are effective against, lycanthrope?
She will tell you that they are.
Alright.
Does she perhaps have a dagger made of pure silver?
No,
No?
she doesn't.
Okay.
She suggests the smiths over at Silverwater Steel.
Sure, thank you.
She's a Fletcher.
Suppose they're probably going to charge you an arm and a leg for that, though.
Yeah.
But hey, I'll come with. I'll see what he's got here.
Yeah, I actually don't think I'll have the money to afford it.
I could probably lend you a couple gold if we're close. See what they're charging.
That sounds
So
good.
that seems, it seems a wise thing to have at least somebody in our party have a melee weapon like that.
Hmm.
I'll head over there with you, too.
He might be a good person to ask about the Cavalier Ranch as well.
You know harm in asking the guy.
All right. Do you go over there then? Is that where we start?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty keen to hunt around for a silver weapon, just in case. Just gonna heed the warning the centaur gave.
It's early spring. It's a very temperate area in the Dales. The climate is quite gentle and suitable for good living. So spring, therefore, is cool in the morning, hot in the day, and so when you walk into his store, which is a fairly open plan building, office out the front, forge out the back, you can hear the tinkering of people out at work at the back there on the anvil. He doesn't seem to be overly pleased that you've arrived, or maybe it's just that he lacks customer service skills. In any case, you're not greeted. Your presence is merely acknowledged with a nod.
Were you going to take lead on this one, Razul?
Why don't you?
Alrighty. Top of the morning to you, sir. We were in the market here for some pure silver weapons here. What kind of cost would that be running us?
Pure silver? What the damn do you need that for?
Insurance purposes. I'll give a wink. Lycanthropes.
Yeah, you want to fight lycanthropes? All you need is a thin coat of silver. I can do that for on the cheap. You're gonna get real pure silver. It's gonna cost you a small fortune.
I'm gonna kind of look over at Razul. What do you think then?
We've been told pure silver is the best option, but
I don't.
You appear to be a man of knowledge when it comes to these things. So,
Damn drunken housewife told you that lie.
Razul scoffs. Very well. Silvered weapons, then. How much?
What you want silver? And they're different colors for different size, you know.
Well, I'd like this silvered if you can. I'll place one of my daggers on the counter. I'm afraid I don't have much, but I'm prepared to trade other weapons, and I have a small amount of gold here, pending the price.
Yeah, well, we accept weapons at 25% of their brand new value if you want to trade them in. That Saga there, just get it silvered. Going to cost you 15 gold pieces. You want the whole thing made of solid silver, ain't going to do it less than 100.
What do you think, Razul?
I'm unfamiliar with costs and materials and so on. I'm not sure what to make of 15 gold, but it sounds fair to me.
Hands you a list of prices. It comes from a document called the Player's Handbook. Maybe it's the Player's Handbook.
Yeah.
God, it's like that book in
You're
Red Dead
fired.
Redemption.
Let me see.
Can you use that one in the future, the Player's Handbook? I hope I don't forget that one.
How much to get? Debbie will put her mace up there. How much to get that silvered?
Do this one for 25 gold, but all I'll be getting is some silver studs. 150, you want it all done proper.
Yeah, I'll go with the silver studs for now.
It's gonna be a fancy weapon. You're gonna sparkle and shine just like your eyes shine in the light of day.
Debbie's gonna bite her tongue because he helped her. He helped her out in the past, but yeah, not gonna actually say anything back.
Much obliged.
So you look a lot better than the folk that this doll was hanging around with before. She was. Ain't you glad you got rid of all them dang monsters and replaced them with some red-blooded men? To you, woman, don't you hear me?
Sorry, I was formulating a response. I don't know. Monsters come in all shapes and sizes. Some don't even always look like monsters at first.
He seems to get the inference. There's a slightly smug smile and a slight sneer at the same time. A sneering smile, like a wolf, maybe.
Oops.
It's gonna take a bit of a while. Probably get it done by tomorrow, maybe the day after, depending on how many you're looking for. Anyone else want their weapons silvered?
Right. Well then, sir. So I give him the 10 gold Flint's given me, 3 of my own in, and then I will put my pike on the table as well.
No, before you put the pike, I'll put 2 up.
I look curiously at Devi. These damn strong women. I can't get over it. Thank you. So 15 gold.
You go to put the pike up, she just kind of pushes it aside and puts a couple gold down.
15 gold. I'll have that dagger silvered, please. Ready for the morrow then?
Well, not quite so fast here. Say, partner, we were gonna be heading out about Shadow Dale way. Anything you could tell us about some of the areas around there? And I'll bring up a couple other places, but the one I'm going to get him to try to talk about is Cavalier Ranch. But I'm not just going to go asking him directly about Cavalier Ranch.
Sure. Well, tell you a bit about Shatterdale. It's a hell of a town. I wouldn't want to go there. Not too often anyway. It's full of magi and witches. Whole place damn haunted by magicians everywhere. Says you wouldn't want to pick a fight there neither. You never know who's where the common farmer, where your shepherd, or the man who fixes your shoes. Never know whether he's a hired killer, just retired. See, it's lawless land, Shaddale. All you got to do is impress the local witches like that ale monster, and then you can live out your days no matter how high the bounty on your head is. I would avoid Shatterdale if I were you. It's haunted, right? But then again, probably not going to want to go up there to Teshwave either. They got a thing going up there called Goblin Fort. They say it's a place where Zentarum done training monsters, right? Like goblins and Billy Bob goblins, whatever they're called, and bug goblins. They're all up there. I even heard they got some trolls, which is like a big goblin that you can't kill. Yeah. Boonlar, what can we say about Boonlar? Well, it's kind of like a rival to Dagger Falls. I suppose it's what Dagger Falls would be like if it fell underneath Zentarum control again. That's all I got to say about that. They got some, there's a lot of horses running around there, livestock, right? Same as here in Dagger Falls, livestock and leather work and that sort of thing. That's all the business up there. I hear they had y'all know about the livestock sales here. Happened about 10 days ago. Happened on spring equinox by memory. Last day of the winter, first day of the spring, something like that. Well, all them horses, they didn't get the price that people were hoping for. Kind of got turned in, as it were. But they sold them. All went up north. Some said they went over to Cavalier Ranches. I reckon that's one of the biggest stable houses getting round up here now. Bought them for a price of a song. Don't know why.
Forgive me, but did you say that horses were purchased from Dagger Falls and taken north? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. You never hear about the livestock for sale. Happened about 10 days ago, maybe a bit more. Last day of the winter, first day of spring, something like that. We always got livestock sales here in Dagger Falls. Happened under every season, 4 times a year, you see. And expected to be big sales, expected to bring a lot of money in the community, but not this time. Not this time. They got turned in, right? Like auctioneer didn't even reach the base price many at the time. We got picked up for a song by a bunch of northerners, head up towards the Moonsea way. I got my suspicions. I don't think they went all the way to the Moonsea myself. I reckon they ended up Cavalier Ranches. They built a big stable there, right? Big stable yard. I reckon they're going to try to run Dagger Falls completely out of business. Ain't my business, though. You know me, I work in silver, I work with iron, I don't work with leather and shit. I don't really care what happened to anyone else's sort of farm. If they want to sell their horses cost price, ain't none of my business. You know, you pick up a horse real cheap here in Dagger Falls. You get them for 40 gold or less. It costs you 75 anywhere else. Well, at them livestock sales, they'll go even cheaper. You can pick up a fine steed, 25 gold. Something big like a draft horse, only a little bit more. Train them up, make them a war horse, you know what you're doing.
Now, this Cavalier Ranches, is that like a conglomerate, or is that run by a singular man, or is it a small town, or a hamlet, or what?
Oh, it's all I think it's all how you say it. Well, everything up in Moonsea, it's all owned by Zentarum one way or another. They're taking the whole place over, right? They take over Melbourne. It's like a navy town on the edge of Moonsea. Take over Moonmaster. Moonmaster's always been independent. Always been fierce independents in Moonmaster. They put up a bit of a fight, but couldn't hold out forever. Maybe they're still holding out. I don't really know. I don't go up the Moonsea way much. But, yeah, well, Tashway, Voona, they're all Zentarum towns now. Anything this side of the hills belongs to Random Moon. Anything that side of the hills, it all belongs to the Bay Knights.
Eddie.
Yeah. Used to be the people thought of that land as part of Daggerdale. Still is on the maps, but it ain't really. Not politically. It falls under the control of someone else. Random Moon, he's too pisswick these days, getting old. He don't even send troops up out that way. Not after what happened up the logging camp up at Silkwood Sawmill. Sent up a couple of hear what happened up at the sawmill? You know about that, right? It's big news.
Some sort of massacre, I heard.
Yeah, that's right. Some sort of massacre. See, don't know what happened, Ryan. No one really knows, but everyone just got up and died. That little asshole Cal Falwin knows a bit more about it. It's his mill, but you're not going to get much out of that little airhead. More just a piss in the wind, that kid. Barely got bum fluff on his chin. How's he supposed to run a family business? I don't know.
Huh.
Anyway, I was saying, Random Moore, he sent up some outriders up there, right? They didn't come back. So he's like, well, piss in that. I'm not sending any more, losing any of my men. Well, I say, piss on that. You should send up your men. You got to find out what's going on up there. I tell him, and he says, no, I don't want to really risk no more lives. I said, well, ain't my business, ain't my lives. I got my job. Everything goes to shit here at Dagger Falls. I just go down south down to my lands in Silverwater State. Ain't no cut up my nose.
I'm gonna kind of pull the group aside. I do think we should look into that, like possibly before we go deal with this Daggerdale. Holy shit, words situation. Go look into the Sawmill massacre.
Definitely something to take a look at.
I do need to check one. Oh, go ahead.
So they're old money, the Farwins. They've been around as long as my family have, as long as the Moons have. They got a bit of treacherous blood in them, though. They Zentarum were supporters back in the day. I wouldn't want to point my finger at that young Calfa. I wouldn't say that he's Zentarum too. I wouldn't say that about my neighbor, but you never know, right?
Now, where might we find this man?
Oh, he's just up the way. Just go back past that damn gnome twit. If you reach the Lord's Manor, if you reach Mowing House, you've gone too far. Up near the fighting pits.
Okay. Now, once I'm a little more affluent, I'll be back to get some more weapons silvered.
We'll get right on that then, sir.
So I can expect this dagger finished tomorrow then, Roland? Is that right?
Yeah, you can expect that. I ain't saying it's going to happen, but you can go ahead and expect what you like.
I look forward to seeing the quality of your work.
Ain't my work, son. I got apprentices do that bullshit. Too far beneath me to put a bit of silver on the edge of the plate. It's worth for women. He gives a wink towards Debbie.
I tell him to have my mace ready for me tomorrow, and I head off.
Man.
Well, thank you. We shall check in tomorrow. We'll head for the sawmill now.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine.
Nod my thanks and exit the building. And trail Devi and Flint, I guess. Actually, if I could speak with Delia on the way there, that'd be good. I just pull you aside, kind of speak with you in our native tongue. How are you going here? Are you all right after facing the ghouls and that owlbear? You settling in all right?
Yes, I'm okay. I've never. I mean, I've never really had a proper battle like that before. We've always, when we ran from our enemies, really, or I let you do most of the work. I've never been that close, and I'm pretty sure at one point there I actually killed one. I don't know how I did it.
Tussle your hair. Well, you're your father's daughter. I'm proud of you. Well, keep it up.
Just glow with pride. Like, thank you, Father.
Cool. All right. To the sawmill.
So the sawmill is closed. There's you can see a guy in there. He's got a ruffled neck. One of those Shakespearean things that go around your neck. I think they're called ruffles. He has fairly nice clothing. That was a little bit dirty. Probably hasn't been changed in a couple of days. But he's a handsome fellow. Maybe no more than about 22. A bit of 3-day growth starting to show. Bit of stress in the bags underneath his eyes. It's a Saga
It looks very familiar.
It's a man. If Zac Efron could grow a beard. But it's closed. There's a sign at the front saying closed.
Likely because of what's happened.
Ignore the sign. I try to open the door.
It's not locked. No, it's not locked. You're able to open it up. And he looks up from paperwork. You can see the stress in his eyes, bleary and full of dark bags. I'm sorry, sir, but we're currently closed for business. We ain't got much in the way of lumber and timber.
Sorry to disturb you, sir. I was thinking though, maybe you can answer a couple of my questions, and maybe we can end up helping each other out.
Sure. Are you investigating something?
Near enough. So what can you tell me about that sawmill business?
Thought perhaps you were about to place me under arrest or something. There's been a bit of trouble here in town recently. Been murderers come in and just attacking folk, minding their own business. Forgive me if I seem a little nervous.
They ain't over yet.
That's not going to put him at ease.
Not sure what to make of that. All right. Well, you hear about the sawmill, eh? Well, name's Farland. My family owns that sawmill. I'm head of my house now that my poppy's gone. Well, I don't know where to start. We got a real productive sawmill up there on the edge of the border forest. Got a staff of about 30. That's 4 teams, right? 4 teams, 5 lumberjacks in each team, professionals, all men. Got a couple of carpenters up there, 5 or 6 of them. Got a foreman who runs the show. Got a clerk, she's a woman. Well, she was. A couple of errand boys, too. Send the delivery notes, consignments, that sort of thing. Anyway, you probably don't want to know too much about all these specifics. You just want to know the general idea. Well, we got lumberjacks. They head out into the woods, right? They're gone for a couple of days. They go out, find the logs, bring back some timber. Got some carpenters. They operate machinery up the sawmill. Got this fine blade. It's ancient. It's old, but it ain't got a scrap of rust on it. Some sort of special contraption. Never really understood how it worked. My papa knew, but, well, can't ask him no more. Anyway, got a foreman up there named Derek. He's a local lad, got a bit of elf blood in him. Handsome enough fella. He was, anyway. He's responsible for everything. Clerk, she walks the books. Half Toogan girl, one of them foreigners who tried to conquer the land from the Far East. Last of them's down there in the leatherworking shop. Anyway, I'm getting distracted now. First lumberjack party disappeared last day of Marpanoff, not so long ago. Second and third lumberjack parties, they all disappeared in Hooktar. They're out there searching for their comrades. Well, the way I hear it, the way it's said, it was the new moon of the Ides of Ukhtar. They were massacred. Team of lumberjacks and carpenters, foremen, clerk, errand boys. Killed them all. Only a handful of people escaped. Anyway, they sent out some, when any of the survivors, they've all done gone. They're no longer here in Dagger Falls. They didn't want to stick around, so Randall Moore and he sent up a team of outriders. Go find out what happened, but they don't come back neither. Anyway, once that's happened, lost all their timber, 30 lives lost. Randall Moore just said, I ain't gonna do it no more. Shut the business down. Refuse to send any more investigators up there to fight. Can't blame him. We can't really afford to lose even 5 soldiers. 5 horses, that's a pretty big investment in a town of only 100 forces. You know what I'm saying? That's like 5%. 5% of the total strength gone in all at once. And for what? To look after my business? That ain't fair. I don't know what more to tell you.
Well,
I don't know what killed you. I don't know why.
What'd the survivors say, and where'd they go afterwards?
They talked. Well, most of the survivors weren't there, you see. They weren't there at the time. Like I said, we got lumberjack parties. They go out in groups of 5. Lumberjack party came back and found the massacre. The way they talk it, everyone was gutted. Horrible stuff. Some of them even said that their fellas said they were skinned, butchered. Poor Atia. Poor Atia, she was the clerk, half Toogan girl. Schooled down in Serpentbridge way. They say they hung her like an animal, like a criminal, hung her high. I don't know, I ain't seen it with my own eyes. He's starting to get a bit, he's not getting teary, but you can see the pressure in his eyes as he's holding back his emotions. His hands are
That doesn't
vibrating
sound like. Oh,
Yeah.
that definitely don't sound like Zentarum work. Like they don't shy away from killing, but skinning folk and splaying them out like that seems that ain't really their style.
You're the expert here, but I wouldn't put it past them. After all, they're guys that got a fear, right?
And perhaps you wandered too close, or your men wandered too close or too deep into that forest north of the village. The place is haunted, is it not?
It's dangerous.
Lumberjacks. Where are they going to get the wood from if not from the forest? Yeah, these lands are dangerous, but they're all dangerous, ain't they? I don't mean to be rude.
Does this story sound familiar to my character? Growing up in that general area?
Yeah, sure. What would you like to know? You certainly know a lot about the local law, so I can just tell you that straight up. What would you like to know?
Like spirits hunting down people that wander too far and take what isn't right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There are a lot of druids in the Border Forest, right? And your character wouldn't know the politics of the Druids, but Druids are really interesting in that they are a single united faction who support each other, but they've got some really massive philosophical differences as well. On top of all of that, you've got lots of fairies. Some of them dark fairies, like dark satyrs, and
Oh, did I drop?
Did he go under?
That's not me.
No. It's talking about satyrs.
Yeah, it sounds like it may be on his end.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, as soon as this character smells Zentarum, I gotta go sniff it out. But now that I'm pretty sure that that's not the Zentarum directly moving on the town, I don't think this is nearly as pressing.
We still have a bit of time. We can go and check it out if we want to. We have a bit of time before the burials, and it's not to happen until tomorrow morning.
What's the measurement on that? You think we can do that?
I'm.
Half day.
Oh, is your mic muted? Maybe Arctic, because you've just changed the map for us.
they've changed the map. Can you not hear me?
Oh, no,
Oh,
we can hear you now. The last thing we heard you say was dark satyrs.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I did speak a bit more beyond that. I don't know why it cut out. Yeah, so there are things like evil fairies up there. To say nothing of the natural dangers, wolves and bears and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's hill tribes as well. A lot of hill tribes. They call them hill tribes, even though they live in the forest. It's just a general derogatory term for people who, are quite unquote uncivilized.
Yeah. This sounds like they went too far. Cut down the wrong tree. Didn't say the right prayer. Druids get angry. Chop their feet off. It happens.
Ain't much town can do until we get our sawmill back. I mean, yeah, I got a business interest in seeing it cleared. There's no doubt about that. It's my business. I make a profit. I'm not denying that, but see these buildings, see them walls. They're all made of timber, no? You can't repair the walls. Can't build any new houses till we get our sawmill up and running.
Huh.
Maybe we can take a look on the morrow after the burials and scope it out a bit. We
Tell
have
you
time.
what, you solve that mystery for me. You get that sawmill productive again, I'll give you 10 tons of timber.
My, that's
What's that worth?
We're selling discount rates here. We got the cheapest timber just about anywhere in the world. Sell at half price here. I think it's about a gold piece a pound normally, which would be 5 silver here because it's half. So 10 tons. There's 2,000 pounds in a ton. 20,000 pounds by 5 silver pieces is about 1,000 gold, I think.
10,000.
Oh wow.
Nah,
If
you're
we want to
thinking of
rebuild the
kilograms.
There you go. Okay.
Tons and tons are basically the same thing. They're not exactly, but they're pretty
Yeah.
close. And there's 1,000 kilograms in a ton, or a ton, and about 2,000 pounds in a ton.
Yeah. Okay.
That'll be worth it if we do want to put that shit towards rebuilding Castle Daggerdale.
It's made out of
Anyway.
stone, but you can't build it without form work. You're going to need timber just to get started.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Look, we'll go check it out. I don't have a problem with it. It's just sounds like you pissed off the wrong people or things. Went too far into the forest.
I don't know nothing about that side.
Took the wrong tree, maybe. Maybe they took some druid special tree, you know what I'm saying?
Seems pretty nervous about this sort of prospect.
Well, if the Outrider's not coming back, that's
Can I make an insight check, Arctic? Why is he nervous? What's the story? Is there any indication that he may have dealt with the druids before at the mention of this idea?
I'll make an insight check. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. It's an 8.
The guy's bleary-eyed. He's clearly under a lot of stress. The fact that he can give away 1,000 gold pieces worth of his provisions means this is important to him. But beyond that, you can't see anything beyond the urgency of wanting the crime solved.
Great, thanks.
Tell you what, if you head up that way, we got some property. That's all our land up there. Farwin's, old family got a lot of property. Not a lot of the way in the way of cash, but a lot of property. If you like, you can stay at Stonehome. I'll give you the key. I'm happy to do that. Ain't no one lives up there now. Don't make a mess. Clean up after yourselves. But there ain't much in there anyway in the way of furniture.
Oh, that's
thank
much
you.
obliged. Lord knows I prefer walls.
Yeah, stone walls better than wood, if I do say so myself.
Aren't you in the business of selling wood?
I am. I'm just being honest.
Okay.
Anywhere else we want to stop by through town, or are we going to stake out the cemetery yet?
We're still waiting for the burials.
Yeah, I mean, like, is there anywhere else that we want to go specifically? Or are we just going to fast forward time?
Get a little
We
drunk.
could. I think it might be worth speaking to that half-wit again, because I think it might be good to get a name of the buyer who bought all those horses.
Nice.
So if I can, Arctic, I'd like to make my way to the Westendale sale yards.
Talk to
Good to
Shaggy.
see you again. What can I do for you?
Oh boy, why don't you take me into the stable and show me your horses? I'm in the mood to purchase a fine steed for myself, and I trust that your knowledge of them is second to none.
Sure, but I don't own any of these horses. I just look after them. But I know them well. I can show you their what's good about them. Check out their feathers. Give you a look at their teeth. Tell you which one's got the spirit, which one's buck.
Please, yes, lead on. Show me.
And he's happy to do so. Puts down his pitchfork, stops flicking the muck, and starts going through the various beasts,
Right.
horses, and elsewhere.
Anybody
One
else
thing
in
that you
here,
notice
Arctic?
One thing you notice immediately about him is his affection for these animals,
Yeah.
and it seems that the affection is returned by the animals. There's a mutual love between him and the beasts.
Sure. Is there anyone else in the stable?
No.
Cool. Can I chicken wing this guy and push him up against like the door of one of these holding pens or something?
What you doing?
10 days ago, there was a large number of horses sold. Who purchased them?
From up the moon, see where he got the most of them.
A name.
Oh,
Speak, and I'll kind of give him a bit more of a.
well, I don't know. I'm not involved in the sales. I just look after the horses. It's like there was a woman, right? And she had she bought a lot of the horses. She had like this ugly fella, about 7 foot, 8 foot tall, who was like a bodyguard or something. She was wearing a lot of armor too, black armor. Looked like a kind of knight. Well, I don't judge, nothing wrong with a woman being a knight. it might not be normal, but I didn't mean not normal. It's just. I mean, you don't
Silence.
see that every day.
Defining features, accents, characteristics, hair color. What stood out most to you about these people?
The damn tallness of a bodyguard. He's like 8 feet damn tall.
I release the kid. Give him 2 silver. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Relay
She
that to the party.
She had a real strange voice. It was like not like accent, more like she didn't know what she wanted to say. Like she started talking, and it's like I'm talking to you now. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna make every different word into like you know what I mean? It's like she didn't know like one word to the next. It's like it didn't flow, you know what I mean?
Curious. Interesting. Well, then if that speech pattern is as you say, then it will be hard to miss if we encounter it out on the road or elsewhere. What was your name again, boy?
It's Francis.
Any other loose ends we want to deal with here?
Francis, here's a 3rd silver. You've been very helpful.
Like, you know, y'all investigators, right?
Yeah, something of the sort.
Y'all know anything about that missing girl, Darlene Hall?
Unfortunately not. I don't know. The name is not familiar. I know it's the daughter of well, it's someone's daughter, I'm sure. Missing for a while
The
now.
old guy at the tavern, the Lucky Horse.
Yeah, that's right. Daughter Tommy. She's a good friend of mine, Darlene. We're about the same age. Well, I'm a little bit older, but she was a real nice girl. Like, it's awful sad that she's gone. I wondered maybe you seen her when you're out, you know, kicking ass and being adventurous. Pardon my Elvin, but I just thought maybe you seen her out in the road somewhere.
We will keep an eye out.
I'd really like to know what happened to her. She's the damn prettiest thing I ever seen.
Well, Francis, thank you for your help. If we have any more questions and you feel like helping us with our investigation, we know who to speak to.
He gives you back one of the silver and says, "Say, could you, if it's not too much trouble, you go and buy some oats and maybe some salt lick, give it to the horses. They're my best friends now."
Aren't you paid to do things like that?
Well, I mean, not really. I'm paid to like turn the muck and clean their horseshoes and that. I don't get paid to feed them. The feed, it's got to get paid by someone else. And well, you know, some of these owners, they don't look after their animals. I just want to, you know, make sure that the animals are happy. It's all right. You don't have time. I'll just do it after I finish work. But all the shops are closed by then.
Well, I won't go and pick it up for you, but perhaps I could place the order for you and you can pick it up sometime.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I'm no delivery boy, but I'm prepared to do that at least for you.
I didn't mean to insult you. I know you're a busy man.
I'll have it organized for you. You can pick it up when you finish work today. You've been very
Thank
helpful,
you, sir.
Francis.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, I'll kind of relay the info to the rest of the party. The description of the bodyguard being like 7-8 foot tall, the lady with the curious voice in the black armor, and then place an order for this guy for oats and horse feed for him to pick up later today.
That's so precious.
Hey, he was pretty helpful. He gave us some good info.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I'll go I'll deliver it and feed the horses for him. Whatever. I'll do it.
You walk down towards the mill to go and get some oats, and fucking rats, man, rats run out of the bakery as soon as you get there. And there's an exasperated woman chasing the rat with a broom. Go on, get out of here, you damn little bastard! Oh, hello, sir. Oh, I've been waiting for your help for so long. Thank God you're here.
You were expecting us?
I thought that you were the troubleshooters around here, solving problems like. You know I got a problem. I gotta feed the whole damn town. How am I supposed to do that? These damn vermin eating everything that I got.
That's a good question.
You tried trapping them or poisoning them or what?
Then I'm damn near ready to burn down my whole field just to get rid of the little vermin bastards. Ain't nothing I do for it. I lay traps, I lay poisons. I got so many damn cats, and they don't seem to do nothing. They just end up dead. These rats, they even kill the cats. They even kill small dogs. There ain't nothing gonna stop them. It's like a damn plague.
They'd be killing the cats.
Killing the damn cats. What sort of rat does that? They're vicious little bastards. Pardon my elbow.
Okay, like, I have one thing to do here, and then I want to go see one of these alleged dead cats. Killed by rats.
The rats ate them. There ain't nothing left of them.
What?
You think the rat's just gonna kill a cat and then leave it there? What, some sort of trophy? No, like it. They eat the bastards. They strip them down to the bone. Chew the bones even.
It's just skeletons then. It's just chewed skeletons?
Yeah, a bit of fur left behind.
Fuck.
That sounds a bit more serious than your average rat.
This sounds
It's real serious. It's gonna drive me out of business, and when that happens, everyone's gonna starve. No one ever thinks to care about the common folk. We got 10 acres of wheat out there, 2 acres of rye, 2 acres of oats, 2 acres barley. Whole field, they just riddled with rats and mice. I mean, I don't go shouting about it every day. Everyone already knows. But the community, they're good. They come here, they buy my bread, none the matter. But I tell you, they spread disease, and if plague breaks out in this town, everyone's going to blame little old me.
Well, the people need to eat. Have you found any of the nests? They are nesting creatures, are they not?
No nest. Every time anyone goes out there, they get attacked by damn rats. Tell you what, my fields are out there. You're welcome to go out and search through them. You're welcome to damn stay in there overnight if you like. I'm happy to do whatever you want. I mean, you solve this problem for me. I'll give you bread. I'll give you bickies. I'll give you cake, whatever you want for the rest of your life. I'll never let you go hungry.
Cake.
That sounds like a good deal.
I don't understand all these peasants. They never offer gold. It's just wood or bows or food. I just want to be paid in gold.
You can't.
You go and do quest for dwarfs, you little asshole. I'm sorry. Forgive my elder. We ain't got much in the way of gold here. I sell bread for a copper piece. I sell cake for a silver piece. I don't sell nothing for a gold piece. Do I look like a greedy woman to you?
Kefka,
Doesn't answer that.
for dinner tonight, Kefka, I suggest you try eating a gold piece and see how that treats you.
Uh,
Nice.
A smile, kind of like Riley.
My gold piece will get me a nice comfy bed in the arms and a nice hot meal.
Well, lady,
I
this
have
rat
a
problem.
question.
Look around the mill or the silo or the homestead. I got, well, not the homestead. You can't come in my house, but I'll let you go out in the fields. I'll let you go through the mill. I'll let you go through the silo. Whatever you want to do. It's you got my blessing, and I'll feed y'all, make y'all fat. Them girls. No one likes a skinny girl.
We have time, and I see no harm in it, and the prospect of free food is very appealing.
Right? Yeah, dude. And I mean, like, there's nothing better to do for a town than make sure it's fed, you know?
Hmm. Well, I see
This
no
is a
harm in it.
little bit of an out of character question, but can any of our characters talk to animals?
I can.
Oh,
It's a no from me.
Well,
I can.
Maybe
I'm
we have
just
a druid.
saying that if you ever wanted to interview a rat, today's the day. I'm upset that I can't talk to animals. I can in a different campaign, and it's my favorite thing to do.
Well, perhaps we could check out the mill, perhaps, this afternoon. And see what we can make of the situation. See how bad it really is.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if they're eating cats, well,
It does sound pretty serious, doesn't it?
that sounds quite unnatural.
And the rest of you, any objections?
nah, let's go kill some rats.
Have we tried reasoning with them?
Rats are tasty.
What? Is this in character with Luna?
You
That's
ever
Kyle.
fried up a rat before?
Kyle, out of
Fire?
character.
Like I'm curious if this is Luna or if this is you.
They taste like rabbit.
Yeah, rabbit's delicious.
Rabbit's
Oh,
good.
Rabbit. I thought you said rats.
Well, we are talking about rats, and I'm wondering if rats taste like rabbit. Like, I guess
Yeah,
they do.
I guess they'd probably be pretty similar.
I think so.
I'm not
Cook
prepared
it
to
over a
find out.
fire, like nice hot dog
You
roast.
know, I shouldn't knock it because I've never tried it. I need to keep a more open mind. Thank you.
I've ate weirder stuff.
Yeah.
Have you ever had snake before? No, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've
Snakes
No,
are
I
good.
didn't like it.
Have you had goanna?
honestly, reptile meat is
Yeah.
actually pretty good. Like I've had
Yeah.
snake and I've had reptile, or
Yeah.
not reptile. I've had snake and fucking alligator, if you count them as a reptile. Both really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Have dinosaur.
Yeah, they're reptiles.
They're cheaters.
Mm.
But yeah, are we just gonna go find the nests and try to exterminate them, or we want to interview some rats, or how do we want to go about doing this?
Mm.
I've got several flasks of oil if we want to end up burning them out, but I do think that's a risky decision to do.
Setting a fire into an meal is
Yeah.
that's
It's the one. Fire starting should be done cautiously. Like we've already burned down one building as like players, and we should avoid burning down the rest of the town.
I mean, we didn't start that fire. Let's be honest.
we didn't start.
I mean, we started the fight that started the fire.
The point being, fire
If we
is
never
last
showed up.
resort.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yes, we will accept your leave and investigate your mill and see if we can solve the problem.
The whole time that you're here, people just keep coming and going, coming and going. This place starts a roaring trade, but their prices are very low and their bread is very fresh.
Oh, I pick up some what was it, oats and barley for the animals. Yeah, I pick it up.
Absolutely.
How much did that cost? Like a couple copper?
Yeah, probably. Like if he gave you a silver, if you want to spend the silver,
Yeah.
or you can spend whatever amount you want.
I'll bust the silver out that he gave back because it was his to give.
Yeah.
So place the order and tell him, well, Flint, do you intend to take it back to him?
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
Okay.
But he thanks you and starts giving the nags handfuls of oats.
He's a good lad. All right, let's rat catch. Yeah.
To the mill.
All right. So the mill's the first place you go, right? Well, you just said that, so I guess so. You find that there's nothing out of place in the mill. It requires maintenance, but it looks fully functional. It's not grinding anything right now. The windmill is spinning, but there's no wheat for it to grind. So yeah, nothing looks out of place, not immediately anyway. What are you looking for?
Rat shit.
Okay, make an investigation.
That's the
Screw that.
Guidance.
because I've just gone through my shed at home and we've got a big problem. So I figure that's a good place to start. With a D4 from the guidance, is an 18 total.
Damn.
That'll be pretty good. You do find evidence of the rats infest this place. You can smell them before you find any of the feces. But maybe more critically, perhaps, is that you find there are countless ways for them to get in here, for the rats to get in. There's a swarm that scatter. You disturb a swarm and they scatter everything. You don't find anything out of place. As I said, lots of places for the rats to get in, but they're fucking rats. It's pretty hard to stop the little buggers. What you do find, however, is a trapdoor. It's underneath a whole bunch of lumber. The lumber is coated with spider webs. Doesn't look like it's been opened in years. So yeah, whether you think that's relevant or not, it's a trapdoor that isn't open and doesn't look like it's been open for a long time.
Curious.
She said we had her blessing.
And she didn't mention a trapdoor.
She didn't not mentioning no trapdoors either. I want to give it the one over. You said doesn't seem like it's been opened in a long time.
No. That's right. You ever been into like an old shed where there's like, well, we have redbacks here, but spiders all over the place and just blocks of timber. The timber's so old that it's got mold growing between the logs. It's not useless, but it's not in great shape either. You probably haven't used it for firewood at this point.
I mean, we ready to go down this?
I'll pop her open here. Just grab the old crowbar and just...
I was going to help you, but instead of...
To move the timber first, and little spiders run out in every direction. A couple of rats too.
I tried to squish them.
You managed to squish a rat. It was a fat little bugger.
Level up.
Yeah, level up. That's right.
Level 3, yeah.
The 3 feet rat slayer.
Seems like a good point to cast mage armor.
Sure, absolutely. But it's a rat. Fucking rat, man. You better cast mage armor. You want to cast fire shield as well? Maybe wall of force.
I mean, you never know what's down there.
Yeah, no, that was unnecessary and unhelpful. I'm sorry. So you've cleared away the lumber. There it is. A locked trapdoor, or there's a big chunky padlock on it. Guess what? The padlock is rusted. Probably can't even be opened. Maybe it can, but doesn't look very serviceable.
I'm just
hit
gonna
it with a hammer.
try it off. Yeah.
Bang!
There you go. Easily done. Yeah, let's just fucking.
While
rip her open
Dolly is smashing the lock, you get a bit of leverage. I'll let is it what's your character's name?
Flint.
Flint? Yeah, Flint. Yeah. I'll let Flint pop it open, and I'll give you advantage thanks to Dahlia's assistance. I didn't need it. It pops open with ease, just comes straight off open.
Off the hinges. No,
Yeah, that's right. Just maybe the trapdoor is like all rotten, and you just break the trapdoor like plywood.
Do you have expertise in athletics?
I sure do.
Nice.
Really?
Like, how
That's
do you have
kind
a
of rogue.
+6 at level 2?
I reckon I was thinking it's pretty high. So. Yeah, that's the way it is. Rats start scattering. There's a hidden room down here. And rats start scattering through the room, presumably running over towards the very edge of it. It's roughly a 10-foot cube, and it's filled with junk, detritus. But it's not the detritus that you might expect down here. It's not old tools. It's not old sacks of grain that have gone mouldy with time. No, it looks like a student's dormitory or something, right? There's blankets, there's smashed and empty bottles, there's food scraps, there's a few other strange items. Yeah, it really looks like people have been partying down here.
Okay, taking all bets here. Is it cultists? Is it a wizard? Is it
It's a were-rat,
cultist
man.
wizards? Is it were-rats? Yeah, there we go. Were-rat gang. Fucking
Yeah.
how many of the
Start
townsfolk?
I'm gonna start ritual casting detect magic just in case.
I pull out a
Here's the
dagger.
question. I'm gonna go ahead and light my lantern.
Only a fairly
fuck.
small room. Sorry. It's only a fairly small room. There's no obvious way of getting down there, and I don't think anyone brought a ladder, but it's only 10 feet tall, so as long as you don't mind jumping, yeah, exactly, a rope's easy enough. You know, they only have to jump 3 meters down, probably twist your ankle, but with a rope you should be fine.
Okay.
So Debbie's presumably up the top casting her spell, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I'm peering down into the room, is there an obvious way for the rats to access this room in the same way that it was for them to access the mill?
Sure. Peering down, make a perception check, yeah.
Great.
Probably got disadvantage thanks to the shadows and...
Sure. Yeah. No, 12.
Yeah, 12's not too bad. There are several little tiny tunnels, much like the ones that were here in the mill. Little tunnels that are probably too small for any cat, even a small cat, but big enough for even a fat rat or a snake, for that matter.
Well, they may not have been accessing the room via the trapdoor, but there are several little tunnels like we found up here. Look, you can see one there and another there.
This is creepy. Like, I'm no expert in rats, but this seems excessive.
I'll jump down the hole.
Oh Jesus! Look at her go.
Take this, look, at least use the rope to
Yeah.
get yourself down.
Like, I imagine just like throwing the rope down after her.
Use this!
Take this with you.
Thanks.
I
Alright,
imagine you
Dahlia.
just crouch down and lay on your stomach and drop down.
Yeah, that works. So Dahlia, you get down there, presumably scaling the
Not
rope.
Dahlia.
Oh,
Luna.
who are you?
Luna.
Luna. I keep saying Dahlia. I'm sorry. Dahlia's the Bedinga. Yeah, my mistake. It's 3 females there. Of course. So yeah, Luna, you're down the bottom. There are the last remaining rats. They begin to scatter through those pre-aforementioned holes. You're now among broken glass and mouldy blankets and some food, including relatively fresh bread, fresh enough to be only slightly mouldy.
Hmm. Can I try to catch one of the rats?
Yeah, sure. Make a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, make a dex save.
Yeah. I was looking for my sheet.
Cool.
Jesus
Brilliant.
Christ with the 20s.
You have a rat. It tries to bite you. Come on, rat. Screech, screech! It's not very good. It just gives up.
Now,
Rat's
I
like, I knew this day would come.
I'm going to hold up to my face and look in the eyes. You're not really a rat, are you?
Struggles.
Got a rat.
It's
Trying to run.
I mean, that's what rats usually do. Yes. You talking to him?
Why don't you let it go and see where it runs?
Gonna run in one of those holes like all its friends did.
Hmm. I suppose that's right.
Unless you can get much, much smaller and be following them and whatnot.
I'll enter the room with Luna and drop down. Light a torch.
So you're
I got
looking
a
around.
lantern up here too.
There's a bit of junk down here, but besides what's already been mentioned, some odds and ends.
Any personal effects? Small notepads or journals. Perhaps like a stray shoe.
Yeah.
Anything like
Socks.
anything that might belong to a human a person rather like specifically like a personal item. Because you mentioned there's like blankets and shit. Like I just want to try and like move some of them aside with my feet and try and get a glimpse of anything that might be a bit more personal.
Anyone who's down there can either make an investigation roll or can give assistance to someone else's roll.
Yeah, I'll help.
All right.
Sure. All right. So I'm being helped. So this is with that's the wrong check. 15.
All right. Flint don't find shit, but Razul, you first of all, like you're looking for clothing and you find some. You find a torn silk dress and like a G-string, some underwear, some sexy underwear. It's as it is. It's just some scraps of silk. You probably get a gold piece just because it's material.
Sure.
But this is nice, like elegant stuff. The ladies of the night down in Cormier would pay a pretty penny to be able to lure in their johns with this sort of lingerie. You also find a scroll case, or well, no, it's not even a scroll case. It'd be unrolled. It's like a scroll. I presume that you begin to read it.
Yeah, I'll read it. I won't read it out loud. If that
It
makes
is
sense.
pornography. It
Smart.
is. Yeah, that's right. It's called The Savage Sword of Death Pussy, Volume 1, Tower of the Elephant.
Wow, that is one hell of a title.
I roll it back up.
What you got there?
I don't actually know what to make. I mean, I read the first sentence and it seemed a bit I just trail off and just hand Luna the scroll.
I'm reading the whole thing.
Did I see him pick it up?
Yes.
Hold on, I want to read it.
Wait your turn. No, I'll start reading it out loud. There we go.
Oh God.
I have. Here we go. I do have some information about Death Pussy.
Love to hear it.
Here we go.
Pulp trash.
Wow. That's you found furry porn. There you go.
Original copies are worth thousands of gold to collectors. Oh my God.
Of course they are.
Fucking Christ.
You found a vintage porno. That's classy. That's classy furry porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the tasteful stuff you might have found like in the 80s in the mags or something. I don't know. Maybe it
I
might
just
not be.
read for the articles, man.
Because then again, it says, yeah, there's savage depictions of sex and violence. So,
probably not classy.
I'm gonna like whisper to Luna, like, can you please read a bit more quietly so my daughter can't hear you, please?
Come on, she's old enough.
Frown.
Disapproves. So distractions aside here, is this just like a sex shack, or is this like got any like egress points or something? This is just a cellar.
Yeah, plenty of like holes in the wall. None of them bigger than about 12 inches, and most of them not bigger than 6 inches in height. But they, as far as length, they just continue as far as your lamp will shine till they curve and turn a corner.
I'm not sure we'll get much more out of here, but yeah, it's what we have found seems to place someone here within the last few days, right? That bread appears a few days old.
Wait. That door hadn't been opened.
No.
No. The only way in here is through those tunnels. If
Through
that
the
door
rat
remains
holes.
correct,
So,
and if there's bread in here, either rats are bringing bread into this room, or there is something a bit more strange afoot.
yeah. Can I make a roll for were rat lore? Is that a thing?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know, I guess history, I guess? Oh, Jesus,
Yes.
what the fuck?
All right, you know all about rat porn. No, rat there. That's fair. What would you like to know?
Well, I mean, shit, is it like just regular lycanthropy? But
Or
with
no.
rats?
First of all, no.
No?
There are were-rats and they're fucking everywhere. Were-rats are prolific. They are almost certainly the most common lycanthrope in the world. We tend to think of werewolves as being common, but were-rats just gather in such huge numbers that they probably outnumber werewolves 10 to 1 worldwide. Beyond that, though, that's a bit of general knowledge. Specifically here in the Dales, the lycanthropes have a reputation for being really fierce, really strong, and really resilient. There's a disease called lycanthropy. We all know about lycanthropy. There's also a disease called true lycanthropy, and that's what they have up here in the Dales. True lycanthropy is a much, inverted commas, worse disease, or better if you prefer. True lycanthropes, such as the disease called true lycanthropy, will, how do you say? Well, just think of it as a much more potent form. You've already heard from the centaur that silver, that you need pure silver. That's the myth. That's the legend. That with the real lycanthrope, with the local lycanthropes, having a silver coating is fucking useless. You need pure silver. Whereas everyone in Waterdeep or Cormier or anywhere else in the world will tell you that's just not true. All you need is a silvered weapon. Up here, they insist that pure silver is required. It's the sort of thing that locals often regard to hold to be true. Anything more that you want to know? Because with a 20, there's a lot more.
Would their presence do something like draw crowds of rats?
Yeah,
with the two kind of. Oh yeah, that's an absolute, like, that's like one of the dead giveaways. It's like a symptom of a were-rat infestation.
Yeah, that's right, because they basically have maybe not mind control over them, but they can communicate with them. They're like the boss rat. The rats aren't pack animals, but they still come in swarms, and the biggest, baddest rat among them tends to bully the others. And in the case of lycanthropes, were-rats, they're able to use that to their advantage because lycanthropes are almost always bigger than their natural animal. A werewolf in wolf form will be bigger than the average wolf. A were-rat in rat form will be bigger than the average rat. And if you look around this room, there are some pretty big holes in the wall. Too big for the average rat. You could fit a cat down there. You could fit a Jack Russell dog down there quite easily.
Oh shit! So this is what just happened. All right, we just stumbled into a rare rat's fuck den.
Yeah.
Oh god, Razul, you've been touching their sheets.
Yes. I will need to incinerate my boots and purchase a new pair.
Oh Jesus Christ! But anything else I want to know with this? Is there any way to like gauge like the number of were rats to an infestation? Like, is it, like just based on how bad either the rat plagues are or like the size of the town?
Oh, well, I guess sort of yes, no. You know that that this area is pretty much infested with rats, more or less. There was a few in the bakery, for example, but mice and rats. Although we tend to think of them as living in our home because that's where we live, most of them don't live in our home. Most of them live out in the fields. It's safer there. There's generally a lot of food there, and generally. So, while we tend to associate rats with our houses, the truth is most rodents live in the wild.
So does the same go for were rats then? Do a lot more of them live out in the outskirts and further then?
Well, were rats tend to be urban creatures.
Okay.
They're most commonly found in sewers, where they can kind of live the best of both worlds. They're associated with criminal organisations often, especially thieves. Thieves guilds are often infiltrated by were rats. But yeah, they definitely prefer urban environments as opposed to rural ones.
Oh, guys. I just figured this out. I hate to be racist here, but who's the only halfling in town?
Is halfling in town?
The
Yeah,
lady.
I mean, our party hasn't actually talked with her, but
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's right.
But since I do know that it's going to be connected probably to some sort of thieves guild, I'm going to kind of take the afternoon and scope different parts of the town after we're done with this for thieves can't.
We should leave this room as undisturbed as possible. Leave no trace of
know.
us finding it. The scroll should stay. Everything shall remain untouched.
But
But Debbie wants the scroll.
it's a good scroll.
Well, yes, but we know the scroll is going to be here, and I'm sure we're going to
Alright,
come back to deal with whatever's.
Yeah, come back for it.
We should leave no indication that we're on the trail of something here. The element of surprise is our friend.
Yeah, well,
It is the way.
man, that is something.
Did anything come up with detect magic, by the way?
Detect magic. No.
Okay.
They haven't turned up every last brick, and especially once we work out that this is a sex den or come to the conclusion, we kind of stop rifling through people's old sets. So there might be more to find, but no, your detect magic doesn't reveal it.
Yeah.
One final thing: the size of that lingerie you had mentioned, Arctic, even though it is in tatters,
Yeah.
does it appear to be designed for a human, someone that would stand at 6 foot, someone that would stand at 4 foot, someone that might stand shorter?
Yeah, probably presumably a woman. Like, I guess men could wear this, but they'd be tied around the knackers. Probably a 5 foot something.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that's there's probably some kinky ass shit that went on in here.
Okay,
Yep.
just hear me out.
Fucking furries.
It's the baker herself is doing this, and she just wants people to know about her kink.
I mean, if that was the case, I'm assuming she'd show up right now and give us that. I'm guessing you're wondering why I've gathered you all here.
Got me.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you have any manacles? You gotta tie me up.
Yes.
We got ropes.
100-foot of rope. Will that do?
Nah, man. I bought some actual manacles for
Ah.
reasons.
Hey, why not both?
With the man in manacles.
They're for taking bounties alive, alright, guys? Get your head out of the gutter.
It's
Sure.
hard to get it out if
And-
that's where it is all the time.
You gonna show me the Tower of the Elephant? I'll show you death, pussy.
Hold on, who are we talking to?
No, we're not. We're not.
Okay. Yeah, I think we try to put everything back as undisturbed as possible, and I think the best lead we got. Oh,
You left footprints and stuff, right? A few of you guys came down here, and you weren't being too careful to begin with. So you can, rearrange it, but it's unlikely to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
hey, we
As-
just
as
got to get
best we
it
can.
close.
Yeah, that's right. Best you can.
And when is the next full moon, Arctic? Or when was the last one?
Full moons happen at the start of every month, the first day of every month. So the start of the campaign.
Yeah, okay. So we're a few days late, I think, or like 2 days maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably more. Like it was when you first turned up to the old Fort Inn. That was the full moon.
Oh, that's right. Okay, sure. Perfect. All right, great.
Do were rats change with full moon, or are they?
I would assume all lycanthropes did.
Unless, I suppose this is getting into the out of character thing. So if they've got some of them can learn to master the condition. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. And true lycanthropes, inverted commas, are ones that have the capacity to change at will.
Yeah. Okay. And then what else is there around? There was the silo, the field, and was there one other
Yeah.
place?
Her homestead, where she actually lives, although you're not really allowed in there.
Yeah.
You could
Well,
investigate
maybe-
if you wanted.
Well, shall we check out any of the other locations here, or are we happy for Are we happy with what we found? And is this enough to go on?
I want to take a peek through, just throughout the place, see if there is any markings, because my knowledge of Skyrim indicates that they might have put markings here if they're operating here. Where is my investigation roll? That's a 10. So good at this.
The sort of things that you'd expect from thieves, symbols, graffiti, that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's just not here.
All right. And yeah, I think. Well, what do we got next then?
There might be more clues in the silo. Worth scoping it.
Silo?
No, we're in the windmill.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, let's go take a peek.
I think it important to there might be more
Be
information there.
thorough.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be potentially having multiple were-rats. I don't personally know what the CR is, but I do know a lycanthrope is a pretty serious threat.
Yeah.
Thorough
To
is
the-
good.
To the silo, please, Arctic.
All right, head to the silo. Doesn't take you long to get there. The capacity for the silo is about 100 tons. Those of you with a farming bent will be able to tell the rest of the party that 100 tons of food will keep the town going for only a couple of months. Each person eats about 1 ton of food a year, and in a town of 2,000 people, 100 tons isn't even going to come for a year. But in any case, it's only about 30 tons here. 30 tons of grain, which is going to keep the town going for about 2 months. So we have a silo at roughly 1/3
Again, evidence of those tunnels.
Yeah, make an investigation roll.
Yeah, cool.
Guidance.
With the guidance, so I'm just going to quickly set up a modifier for that. I think I have. Where are we? Sorry, guys. 2 seconds. Oh, fuck, I'll just do like this. Investigation. 19.
And presuming someone's probably given you a hand as well, so we'll take the 20.
Sure.
I'm helping.
Yeah, exactly. So, the first thing you notice without even really looking is the fact that someone is clearly sealing off the holes from this side, putting planks of wood in place and chucking bricks down, those sort of things. That's obvious. What's also obvious pretty soon after is that bricks that don't have mortar, unmortared bricks, are being removed. People are chipping away entire bricks and taking them out. And in some cases, they're putting the bricks back in. So to summarize again, imagine the silo has no holes. Someone comes and makes a hole. They come and block that hole off, presumably like the baker blocks it off. Someone comes and makes a new hole by chipping away at the mortar, removing a brick, and then they put that unmortared brick back into place so it looks like it's perfectly fine. So that's what you found. And even as you're noticing all of these things, you're looking low, obviously, because rats crawl on the ground. You scratch your head, maybe scratch the back of your neck, and give it a bit of a stretch and look up, and lo and behold, up there in the rafters, there's one of those symbols that you were looking for. It looks like someone's come along with a dagger, or maybe a sharp claw or something, the tusk of a boar, whatever. They've come along with some jagged object and carved a symbol into the beam. The symbol looks vaguely like a wolf, I think. I might Google it. Yeah, anyway, you find a strange symbol. It looks like a wolf's claw, a wolf's hand. A jagged hand with curled with claws.
Is that like a gang sign, or is that like a message?
It could be. There's nothing in Thieves' Cant that it reveals, though, so it might be a gang symbol, but it's not one that you'd recognise.
Anything in Druidic?
Make a religion check. Yeah, good question, but make a religion check. Druids are religious, after all. Yeah, you have advantage, and 10 is all you're going to need. It's the symbol of Malar. Malar is the beast god. I can talk more about Malar if you want, but the simple thing is that Malar is the god of beasts, of hunts, of the good hunt, of hunting men, of eating human flesh. That's it.
Yeah, guys, I don't think we really want to mess with this.
I will point out before, I don't want to interrupt, but I will point out that Malar is a local god. Although he's chaotic evil, he's well known to be chaotic evil. It's also he's still the god that you invoke when you want a successful hunt. If you're going out hunting wolf pelts, you'll give a little prayer to Malar that you catch the wolf and the wolf doesn't catch you. Mm-hmm. Popular.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, I was thinking straight up on lycanthropes here.
Yeah.
Because you did say that they were urban, though, and that did kind of throw me off, because this isn't really urban. But yeah, that absolutely...
Urban town.
Yeah, I think there might be a druid here fucking with people.
Well, they're not stoic protectors of forests, aren't they? They're not known tricksters.
Druids are... this is out of character. Druids are kind of, whatever the fuck they want to be. They're kind of they're chaotic assholes. Sometimes they're helpful. Sometimes they protect forests. Sometimes they just, like, overgrow a rat colony.
That's in character. Rizal's, a little ignorant.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so more to it.
Yeah, if we're
But what?
dealing with all
Of
I
what?
think we bargain.
Hmm?
I think we try to bargain with him. Make
gotta
contact with
see
this
him
dude. I think we could probably get one of the rats to tell him.
Well, perhaps if we've mentioned one of us can speak with animals, right? Perhaps we
Well, I've
ask
seen Luna doing it.
Oh, I
Luna.
can
Perhaps,
talk to animals.
well,
I just
perhaps
can't
you could.
talk back.
Perhaps you could. Oh, right.
Wonderful.
Is Kefka here or?
Yeah, is he still up or is he sleeping now?
I'm here. What?
Yep, he's there.
You can
Okay, we
speak.
think we found a druid. I figure best way to like establish a relationship with the druid is to have our other druid introduce ourselves, I guess.
Probably a good plan.
Send word with one of the whoever it is, one of these rats. Send word back to whoever it is we wish
Yeah,
to
I
meet.
figure here's an idea. We go buy a sack of grain and we go like gather a rat swarm and we just like have Kefka speak with animals and be like, yo, like tell your boss that like I'm gonna be back here tonight at like, X time. We just want to talk. That's my half baked idea.
Yeah, I mean,
It sounds like one.
and it's not
Yeah.
like this whoever it is, they're not going after townspeople and whatnot. So I think being diplomatic is a good approach, at least initially.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really like they're a big problem yet.
No.
Also, do we want to tell the what's her name? I can't remember her name.
The baker.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Everyone's a
Angela.
suspect until they're not.
I'm fairly certain it's not her.
We just don't know.
Like, I'm not 100% certain, but it doesn't seem to make sense to me for her to like that. That's the one person I think we can rule out.
Well, she could be a lycanthrope though, right? Like she might not have any control over it. Every full moon, she turns. The rats know she's a were rat, so they just stick around. I don't know. It's so juicy.
You just let me have this.
No, it's yeah. Okay, so there's a symbol of Malaya. There's a kinky sex dungeon. What could possibly be found in the fields, right?
Yeah. What do you got behind door number 3?
All right, so we head out to the fields.
Yeah.
That's right.
10 acres of wheat, 2 acres of rye, 2 acres of oats, 2 acres of barley. So it's pretty big fields. You hear the rats, or maybe even see them dashing through the wheat there. Not that uncommon. An infestation this large is probably uncommon, but every field from here to Waterdeep has mice. There are people working out here, quite a lot of people. Roughly 20 people working. Mostly humans, handful of halflings, couple of half orcs actually, and they're doing what farmers do, reaping and sowing.
And I track the rats to where their nest is probably at.
Oh, like once you get to the field, you mean you're gonna like track the rats? Really hard to do because they're so damn small. They don't really leave tracks. They only weigh a couple of grams each rat. They only weigh 30
I
grams.
just follow the rats as they're running around.
That's possible. Yeah, sure. Really difficult nonetheless. So yeah, make I guess a survival check at disadvantage.
Okay.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, let's see. So you start looking through them, and the rats seem almost universally to go into burrows, tunnels. Some of the burrows are quite wide, up to 12 inches wide, but most of them are much smaller than that, about 4-6 inches wide. But that's not all that you find while you're looking around. You find rat warrens, yeah, no surprise, but you also find a couple of discarded traps. Multiple different traps have been set here, and they look like they have been destroyed in different fashions. By that I mean, okay, so 3 different types of traps. Let's imagine that they are like conventional rat traps. They're a little bit different to that, but let's just so that we've got an easy picture in our head. We'll use the modern conventional spring-loaded rat trap. Some of these spring-loaded rat traps were just destroyed, as if someone broke them in half. Some of them look like they popped open, and their mechanisms are all bent and twisted and are useless. And some of them look like they were professionally dismantled.
Motherfuckers using thieves' tools,
Mm.
disarm traps. Smart rats.
So they're clever fucking rat, man. Like that's like a show rat, that one.
All right, guys. I think we just have the coolest rat ever. That's what we found.
Do we wish to try and summon their leader for a meeting then? Kefka, might you be able to speak with them?
Yeah, I'll cast Speak with Animals.
Catch a rat sooner or later and start talking to it. Let me go, let me go.
I'm gonna say to the rat, is tell your master to meet us in the windmill tonight. Can you do that?
It's easy. Yeah, the rat agrees to your demand. What else are you going to do?
I'm also gonna ask, is your master a male or female?
Hello.
Can you not hear me?
We
Now
didn't
I
catch
can.
you if you responded, Arctic, yeah.
Yes, masters. Male, female.
Does boy or girl?
Still not picking me up, is it? Maybe I need to turn my sensitivity up or something.
What? Oh no, yeah, we got that just fine.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just speaking to. Maybe you can't pick me up when I speak in a rat voice.
It doesn't speak
rat.
rat.
I go to the computer, acknowledge it. Yes. Many masters, male, female, boy, girl.
Many of them.
Okay, don't tell them that there's more like them and that we will meet them in the windmill tonight.
Oh boy. Be sure to be polite. Be sure to be diplomatic about it. Only if he wants to come here. Only if he wants to meet us.
I
I
mean, I need to speak.
give the rat a piece of ration, and then I'm gonna let it go.
runs, it leaves the ration behind.
Tonight in the windmill, then, right?
Yes, but there's more than one.
Hmm.
So are we both? How are we wandering both the graveyard and the windmill?
Yep.
We are
A
now.
shotgun. A shotgun graveyard. I don't want to deal with the were rats.
Yep,
You
I'm
guys
good.
have fun.
I'm planning the graveyard myself. Probably
Mm.
more effective there too myself.
What, we meet and speak with this lot, and then make our way to the graveyard. I think that's what I'll do.
I thought the graveyard was tomorrow night. We
I
haven't
think,
done the burials yet.
I think the burial takes place at dawn. I
Yeah,
think.
that was this morning. So they're buried. We were just gonna camp out at the cemetery the night of to
okay.
make sure it
Yeah,
did,
of course.
like the night afterwards to make sure it didn't get dug up again. But with the wizard being dead and us killing that pack of ghouls, maybe nothing happens. Maybe
Well,
we should still stay
I wouldn't
more or
bank on
less.
that.
yeah, those ghouls are pretty far away.
10 miles ain't that far. We made it there and back in a day. We're within half a day's travel of Dagger Falls here.
I think out of character, splitting the party against either a pack of were-rats or a pack of ghouls is a bad idea.
Terrible
so
idea.
Maybe we should cast a vote out of character, because we're obviously we're tied up in both. So we have to kind of choose which one we want to face first.
Be
So
awesome
maybe we
if you
should do
lose both fights, and we have a party consisting of ghouls and were-rats, because like they don't, they're both
They don't
infectious
kill us.
monsters, right? So,
They both show up at the same time. They're like, "Hey, we're here, ready to rumble." The fucking were rats are coming out. Like, "Hey, these are our
You're on
guys.
our
here. Fuck
you're on our
off.
turf.
This is our mark here."
half the party's undead and half the party's lycanthropes. That's a fucking awesome party. Everyone's like neutral evil or chaotic evil, and we just take over the game.
Why not?
Great pick.
All right.
Bag's not undead.
Yeah. What are we thinking then? Because I think we're biting off a lot right here. We cash
I
in some
don't-
of these before we pick up any more information.
I don't think we're equipped to deal with lycanthropes currently.
It's probably a druid, honestly.
I don't think.
Could be a small
Like,
circle that have they've formed here in town, perhaps. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
I reckon,
Yeah.
in my opinion, we should probably do the graveyard first, and then we'll ask some of our silvered weapons will be ready. And if they do turn out to be lycanthropes, we'll have some defense against them.
Okay. I have a big brain plan. Okay, so we have all this
Okay,
extra time, and we're leaving later, so we essentially just go en masse, or at least like have the rest of us within earshot at that specific time that the meeting takes place, or we all just fucking go there. But we talk to the guard and have them watch while we step out to take a smoke.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool. Yeah, graveyard sounds good then. I'm happy with that. If that's the plan. Sorry.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh, my idea was essentially we do both, but we get the
Yeah.
town watch, I guess, to cover one of our watches, so we can all go en masse to deal with this other problem.
Kefka, did you specify a time to meet with these people?
Said midnight, right?
Yeah, okay. So maybe we start a watch at the graveyard, come midnight, we swap our watch out for the town guard, speak with these folk, whoever they are, then come back to the cemetery?
Yeah, something like that. Or we, how about this? Like, we don't actually start our long rest and quote unquote until after midnight, after we've done the meeting. Then we start our watches and shit.
Yeah, done. I'm happy with that, sure. Sounds good.
Yeah, works for me.
it's cool with everybody else. Yeah, I think we have a plan.
Works.
Yeah.
All right, so we're done in the fields.
For now, I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Are we doing anything more before the nightfall? I wasn't sure.
If I might be able to, might head over to the Brightblade guy and ask him if he's had any rat problems.
That's the dwarf, right?
Yeah, I think it's just next door to the fields and shit. So I assume maybe he may have seen rats. Maybe he's got a problem too.
But, no, I don't really have a problem. Not really with rats. They little bastards do a lot of damage when they get in, though. Chew up the scrolls and the maps and the like, but no, they seem to have a lot better pickings elsewhere. Go and get some fresh grain, some hot bread instead of some old dry vellum and paper.
All right. Well, that's if you haven't seen anything, thank you. But if anything else, strange omens around your store.
There's strange omens up there in the Bright Blade tombs, though. Say, did I remember to sell you a map?
Of the
Yeah,
tomb.
we bought a map.
Or would you like another one? Oh, yeah, you might lose that one. The rats might eat it after all.
Always
Thanks.
a salesman.
Thanks for your time. All right.
Yeah, we go past the going out of business sale sign. And, head back out into the fresh air.
All right, let's see if we can die in the town again. Let's do this, guys. Level 2 TPK, let's go.
Gotta go to the bar, get a little drunk.
Start a bar fight and, see where we go.
Yeah, fight some rats.
Get some
Maybe a
pits if you
druid.
want. Pits if you want to do some pit fighting.
That does sound fun.
If we didn't have such a full docket, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll get around to that. I do think we need to dedicate at least one session at some point to just pit fighting.
Just pit fighting, scrapping. It sounds so much fun.
I do think. I mean, it's every once in a while. Like, it's good to get just a pure combat session. Like, we get our pure talkies. Like, sometimes just let me hit things.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the
We've had a lot
non-martial
of
characters
talkies.
get screwed there.
You can if you can find another spellcaster, you can arrange to have spell duels as well there. So yeah, spell duels are a possibility. It's just that there aren't any native spellcasters that fight in the fighting pitch regularly. You'll have to find someone willing to join you.
Spell. Do we have a
sounds
sorcerer fight?
incredibly-
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
spell
go.
duel sounds incredibly lethal.
So does yeah, well, they can be lethal. There are rules, but they certainly can be lethal. It's up to you. If you want to do legal dueling, that can be done at the pit fight, so you can fight to the death. The spell duels, on the other hand, wizards are too expensive to replace. So, like fist fights, they're normally to a certain point to first blood, maybe to unconsciousness, that sort of thing. There are being a holy fighting pit. There are priests on hand to save lives if except in extreme cases, like people still do die, but the Tempest is praised when they die.
That's okay.
Nice.
If
It's a
there's
good
priests
thing
on
for
hand,
the
it's less bad because I feel like two spellcasters like going at each other with flamethrowers and what are essentially flamethrowers.
Terrific.
Sounds pretty lethal.
Absolutely. Especially without counterspell,
Yeah. Hey, maybe I can buff someone. Maybe that was considered cheating there.
Obvious magical effects are, like he'll no doubt break down all the rules when we finally go over there, but obvious magical effects are illegal. But there are some things that can be done subtly that technically are not allowed, but you can get away with them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I think we're just gonna bum around until sunset, and then start taking watches at the cemetery. I think.
Cool.
I don't know unless anybody has any other business. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. We do that. We got our meeting with the druids. We get the town like I suppose we do need to arrange. I guess with the priest of Lathander, see if we can't get her to watch the vigil at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Huh?
She's I mean, it's gonna not really good for her because she does services at dusk and services at dawn. But whatever it takes, she'll do it. She can see in the dark after all.
One time deal.
Definitely for the community.
Mm-hmm.
But she tells you that if she solves the mystery, she gets to keep her own bounty. Says it really
That's
smart.
fair.
So darkness does fall, and a much smaller service happens at night than happens at dawn, particularly after burials, which is quite obviously one of the biggest religious rituals that any priest can be responsible for. Births, deaths, and marriages, they are the three most important things that are involved in a priest's daily practice, and I dare say in most people's lives. Um, so 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, night has fallen, and you're lingering out in a cemetery. Good times.
Is that stench
It's like
still
high
permeating
school.
the space?
No, it was never very strong to begin with. You really had to pick up the grave dirt and have a sniff. And if you do that, you can still smell it. But it's the kind of stench that gets picked up on the wind occasionally. You can't really smell it except for the wind either dies down or changes direction. But yeah, as I said, if you grab a handful of dirt, you can still smell that awful. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, nothing's happened. 10 o'clock, all clear. 11.
Whoever's raising these folks gone. Maybe it was that mage.
If they're coming, they're probably coming late. Like 2, 3 a.m. is when I would do it anyway. That's just me.
I look at you curiously. Raise an eyebrow.
Just the resident grave robber, no big deal.
I used to rob graves back in the day. I'll wait till 2 a.m.
Yeah. I mean,
Dirt's the
gotta make
softest.
a living. I mean, what is being a soldier than professionally pilfering dead people?
I mean, not wrong.
I mean, this like fantasy setting, like that's what soldiers would do, man. It's like you survive the battle, you take a bunch of plunder, get rich. Maybe Caesar gets you some slaves. Is it druid time?
10
I
o'clock,
think so.
11 o'clock, it's almost midnight.
Yeah, start heading that direction.
Alright. Where were you meeting them? The mill?
The mill. Yeah,
Silent?
I think it was the mill.
The mill.
Right.
Yeah.
Other question: do we want to all show up there, like all 8 or 7 of us, like that?
Yes.
All right, yeah, let's do it. All for one.
Half an hour early to make sure that you don't, miss it, I suppose.
Walk into an ambush.
Very
I gotta
difficult.
show up. We don't have watches. Shit, never mind.
Synchronize.
Difficult to pick midnight. Like, you don't have a digital clock, so, midnight. You're going by the stars and guesswork at this point. So, yeah, you rock up half an hour before what you hope is midnight. The middle of the night rocks around and there's no sign of anyone. You can hear rats, like, crawling through the damn mill, but maybe up in the rafters, that sort of stuff. No sign. Midnight comes and passes. Half an hour after midnight, maybe even an hour. You've been here for well over an hour now, and there's no sign of anyone.
All right, I'll start heading back to the graveyard.
Yeah, let's go do our watches then. Anybody would feel like staying around?
Nope.
As you head back to the graveyard with Debbie in the lead, Debbie, you can smell a terrible stench emanating from the graveyard, far stronger than that which was lingering in the soil. You also hear a scratch, scratch, scratch noise, like someone gardening.
I book into a run.
Let's do this!
Yep.
We're on here, lads. Let's go.
Alrighty, I'm gonna get out that new longbow.
You through the mist of the night, you can see a series of figures that you well and truly outnumber, scraping through the dirt. It looks like they've gotten a fair way. Looks like they've dug pits, 2 or 3 feet deep. They are grey-skinned humanoids, and their stench is to you by now quite distinct and recognisable.
I'm gonna put you back in the ground.
Do we from the one direction, like all just come up in a single wave, charging or something?
I think so, yeah. It sounds like
I
what's
think
happening.
Debbie at the heel. We're kind of just in, I guess, marching order.
Yeah. Because of the mist, we're able to get quite close at a distance of about 60 feet before these creatures detect us. And when they do, they hiss at us with long tongues, 8 inches long, every bit as grey and as dead as they are.
Alright, so I don't have to bring it up every time. As long as we're not in a hurry, is it just assumed that at the end of every long rest I get this effect off?
No,
Okay.
you have to tell me when you're using it, yeah.
Alright, I'll endeavor to bring it up every time in the future.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. No, if you're going to spend 10 minutes doing anything, like a ritual, you definitely have to let me know. For one thing, you have to designate who you're going to be doing it to, that sort of stuff. So,
Alright.
so yeah, it does have to be brought up each and every time.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
because
I'll keep that in mind.
one person
Things
will
like-
get targeted by it.
Exactly.
if
Something like
party.
otherwise you could just people would just say, look, of course I've got water breathing. It's a ritual or walk on water, right? Like I do
cast it
that
every day.
Yeah, that's right. Of course I do it.
Yeah, that's why I was
I've just
mentioning
fallen
it
into
now.
water. Yeah.
I'm just wondering whether, you wanted me to mention it every time, or whether you wanted to just do it that
Absolutely.
way for convenience. Yeah.
No, mention it every time.
Alright, I will. Oh yeah, I forgot to roll initiative. There we go.
Cool. All right, Luna, 60 feet away through the misty haze, you can see some stooped figures who are gaunt, skinny, and their backbones seem to protrude from their backs like a malnourished child.
Yeah, I'll rush past Devi, pulling out my hand axe, and just once I get within 30 feet of it, just toss it right at its head.
Brilliant.
This will be neutral since it's out of range, but I have advantage on the first turn.
Excellent.
Yep.
Right.
Jeez.
The head of the axe comes off, and you end up like throwing a piece of wood and a lump of metal instead of a hand axe.
Unfortunate.
I'll fix that for you later.
Shouldn't be too much trouble. Charlemagne, we're 60 feet away when the encounter begins. You there, Charlemagne?
Bro, can't hear you.
Might be muted or something. Oh no, he's turning up green on the.
It's just very quiet, I think.
But it's constantly green. It's like not.
I'm not seeing anything from him.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
his
okay,
volume
you got-
maxed.
I
Yeah,
haven't,
it's no.
I haven't heard him speak once the entire session.
He's been typing and stuff, but
Yeah. You could disconnect
Yeah, we
from
got
Discord
nothing.
and rejoin. That might help.
Hello.
Still nothing.
There.
Yeah,
there you go.
that worked. Yeah.
It's your boy.
Welcome back. You started at a distance of 60 feet away.
60 feet from what?
60 feet from a target, a ghoul.
And then I'll just shoot a cantrip because it.
Brilliant. The light flashes up with your assault.
Ooh, not great. 12.
Not great, but they have no armor and they're not particularly agile. So you blast away and leave a hole in its fetid flesh, exposing shriveled, blackened organs within. It's a hit.
So it hit.
It does.
8 thunder damage.
You wake everyone up. Dogs start barking.
Nice.
What the bloody hell was that? Probably just ghouls again.
Again.
Um,
Oh, sorry, that was the end of my turn.
no worries. Sorry, I put Kefka around in the wrong order. Alright. Everett.
Okay. So Devi and Luna, or well, at least Luna is for sure. You charged up, right?
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, yeah, I figured. I'm gonna not really run after her, but I'll take a couple steps forward and out to the left a little ways so I can get a clear shot whenever one of the ghouls charges in on her. And I'm going to hold an action to shoot any of the ghouls if they come within 5 feet of an ally or a non-ghoul creature.
Razul.
All right. I'll approach to a distance of 45 feet with my heavy crossbow out. Actually, no. Sorry. Be whip and dagger. I'll crack the whip for the flavor, but I'm going to use my action here, Arctic. I'd like to use my action to look around. Where is the fellow raising all the dead people?
Alright,
I
is that
might-
going to be your...
Yeah,
Is that
I think
gonna
is it the search action? I think is the specific
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, make a
Yes,
perception
sir.
check for an action. Yeah.
All right, great. Okay, so wisdom. Perception check. Here it is. 13.
The ghouls appear to be alone, but you are able to spot the tracks that they've left. And the tracks lead off up towards the wall in a vaguely northwesterly direction. But there's no sign of any necromancer or
Sure.
priest or anything.
Okay, no worries. Tracks there, and that's my turn.
Cool. All right. I'll put the. They got 1.5. I thought I'd just leave them where they are. All right, the ghouls run in. Luna is at the front at this stage. I think she's moved the closest. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the three of them rushed Luna. They move 30 feet up, and Everett can then fire immediately. Do you pick the wounded? Only one of them's wounded. Do you pick the wounded one or not?
Oh yeah, you know I'm taking that wounded one. Ignore the
Alright.
crit. So 17 damage.
Okay, that takes it out immediately. Just snaps it, and it drops. I was going to say dead, but so
Re-dead.
kind of superfluous. Yeah, deader. The other two seem fearless though in their assault. cowardly creatures probably should have run away, but they might not have realised how badly they were outnumbered, and now it's too late. They begin to ravage Luna. Ravage her indeed. We'll save DC 10. Gast.
Did someone use bless this round?
I don't think there is no bless.
No.
I haven't
No.
had my.
Neither of those
fuck.
of us bless have had a turn yet.
Luna freezes. So it just freezes in the pale moonlight. And as soon as she enters her state of rigor mortis, the other ghoul lunges towards her and attempts to feast on her flesh, but it is less successful, even
Is
though
that
it has a
guaranteed crit on a
I
paralyzed?
think
If it hits you.
If it hits,
Yeah, it has to hit. It has advantage, but it still has to hit, and it missed.
Okay.
Yeah.
oh man.
Lucky
That really
girl.
confuses me how you can miss an attack with a paralyzed, but
Or just
It's like
unable to
they
get through
can't
your
get
armor
through
or
your
something.
armor.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be quote unquote biting you, but they're not doing like hit points damage. You know, stubbing your toe hurts, but it doesn't do a full hit point of damage.
I like to think it lunged forward and chomped down on your neck, but its teeth got stuck in the like fur collar you have. Go all the way through.
It's eating your hair.
oh, not my hair.
This is why Debbie's has hers up.
Brilliant. Right.
I guess it's a bit late now, but bless.
Yeah, good idea.
Better late than never.
I'll give it to Luna, Devi, and Flint, I guess.
Yay!
And yeah, I'll just come a little bit closer to make sure I can get everybody within range, but keep my distance as much as possible. So I guess move forward 10 feet.
Okay. Kefka.
The one that. How far is the one that lunged at Luda? Is that still like 50 or 60 feet?
Feet from you. They began at 60 feet. She moved in 30. They moved in 30 to meet her. So if you're still on the back line, and you are, you'll be 30 feet away from them.
So I'm 30 feet away?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action to shift into a dire wolf.
All right. That freaks them the fuck out. It
No
also
big deal.
the people out who are watching. What the bloody hell? They that thunder noise? Oh fuck! It's fucking werewolves! Get the silver, dear! Get the silver!
They come out with the silverware.
You know, reasonable conclusion.
I'm gonna. The one that is attacking Luna, I'm just gonna lunge at it and bite it.
Yep, there it is. Found the druid.
You're under arrest. Alright, that's an excellent savage bite. And you hit the ghoul with such strength that it collapses underneath the ground with the wolf ravaging its throat. Starts clawing desperately at the wolf, trying to rip its guts out.
And that's the end of my turn.
Debbie.
Alright, I finally move up and gonna try to get between I can't remember Luna and the ghouls as much as I can, and I'm gonna try and stab it.
Brilliant, brilliant. Get right in the middle of things. Brave woman that you are. Poor Razul just can't believe what he's seeing. Get out of there, woman! Don't you know you're a breeder?
Just gonna choose to ignore.
Oh my god.
It's a brilliant stab, straight through its guts, out the other side, but the ghoul fights on, even impaled as it is.
Yep. Alright. If he actually said that, the target may change. And that's my turn.
Alright. Luna Jaga. You're a lunatic in the house.
I was muted. Opening up.
Alright.
Con save.
Didn't even need the
DC
bless this
10?
time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you are blessed now too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You feel your blood flow back into your fingers and toes as the rigor mortis wears off. Salamane!
Alive.
You're alive! You've woken everyone up,
Are
Salamane.
which of them have any of them been taken down yet? One of them has, right?
One's down, and the other two are both injured.
Okay, I'll just go for one of the ones that are up.
Brilliant. Alright. But it's you probably throw your chaos spark in its direction just as the wolf grabs it and rips it to the ground, so your bolt sails over harmlessly. Not so harmlessly to the poor tombstone that you hit, but oh well, that's the collateral damage, not your fault.
What have I done?
Isn't collateral damage the name of your character?
God damn
Yeah.
it.
Collateral
Well,
damage and
you have to
civilian casualties.
Perfect. These were civilians once. Mr. Flint.
Alright. Well, I get to do something that I didn't expect to do right away. That's wow, that is a lot to put out. But yeah, my companion just went down. So I'm gonna go ahead and say fuck the ranged weapon, and I draw my sword, and I'm gonna close in on. Let's take out the prone one, and then I'm gonna go for the werewolf. I am making this attack with strength, not dexterity. Is that rolling? There
It is now. Alright. Was that on the prone one or not?
That was on the prone one, yes.
Brilliant. And you stab it through its blackened heart. But the creature doesn't care for its heart, and it keeps fighting nonetheless, even as you
Wait, what?
remove the organ from its chest.
Oh.
Oh man, the prone one's still going. Right? Yeah, doesn't that
Feels wrong.
it's so weird. I'm using strength on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
You're hitting with the backhand.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Punching with the pommel.
I'm essentially just holding it and I headbutt it. What matters is I'm holding it. It's like Diablo.
This is what matters.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Righty. Razul!
Alright, so, Kefka just turned into a giant fucking wolf, so I'm not going anywhere near that ghoul prone. The one that's standing, I'll get to within 10 feet of it, so that I can reach it with my whip, and whoosh, straight to its fucking head.
Shut the f*** up!
I will re-roll this with my inspiration, Arctic.
Alright. Wadish. That's the one that's prone?
This is not prone, the one that's standing
Not
here.
prone. Brilliant.
Right.
You lash it across the face and it looks for an escape, This is not going well, and it considers running as far as it can.
Right. Let me see here. I'm going to use my bonus action to throw a dagger at it from 10 feet.
Successful strike hits it in the throat,
And,
and sticks in the throat, and it begins to run away with your dagger in its throat.
I would like to use my action surge.
All right.
I'm gonna cover the remainder of the ground so I get to within 5 feet of it. And as I'm moving, I would pull out a second dagger, and I'm gonna try and prison shank this guy right like where the kidney would be as he's turning around. A 12?
It's just enough to rip open his back as he turns his back to you. And the ghoul takes 2 or 3 steps, but it trails its stomach behind you, its intestines, and as it tries to ravel them up, it falls over. The enchantments that keep it alive, the necromantic energy finally escaping into the ether.
Crack my whip again for some flavour and send to this prone one, and then that's my turn.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Some of us have got to work in the morning. Razul. That was Razul. Ghoul.
Yep.
Ghoul Razul. Alright. The ghoul that's on the ground wrestles the beast until it's got the wolf up on its back legs, and there's like a schoolyard scrap. It then tries to bite the wolf on the face to inflict some sort of revenge. I may not be able to kill you, but I will be able to turn you into one of us! That was a claw, but it didn't matter because it missed anyway. Oh, that curses.
What's the AC of a wolf?
Yeah.
12, I think.
It's
Was it
14.
13? 14. Oh, damn.
Oh, that's right, dire wolf.
Thick fur is too much for its feeble teeth, which break upon impact. You now may add broken ghoul teeth to your equipment list. Talia.
I am going to try and, I guess, try and finish the struggling ghoul off with a sacred flame while he's pinned by the wolf.
Alright.
If he's prone, I think that means he has disadvantage on dex saves.
He's no longer prone. He spent his movement standing up.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll try regardless.
Alright.
For
Where are
a
you?
massive 2 damage.
Lost the ghoul's character sheet, so I'll just roll manually. How's that? 8.
2 entire damage.
Not enough to finish it off.
Okay. And I'll move a little bit closer to Luna while giving the wolf a wide berth.
Kef car.
I guess I miss.
I guess you will. What does your miss look like? How pathetic are you? Sorry,
Do
but
you
what does it
not
look
have
like?
pack tactics?
Ooh, back tactics!
Yeah, I was
yeah.
just typing that
Oh,
out.
shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit!
I have pack.
To tell us how it looks like you missed, but you were fooling us all along. What does it look like?
I'm just snapping wildly at the ghoul, trying to get used to being a wolf because this is my first time being in the form, and then I just like munch down on his face.
Alright. You may add dead ghoul to your equipment list. It thinks. And you won't get a date as long as you have it on your equipment list.
I mean, do we kill the werewolf now, or do we know
Yeah.
about this? Have you told us about this? Is this new?
The first time.
I'm going to use my
Oh yeah, you could change back too. Yeah.
No, I'm going to use my my mind link to tell you it's okay. I'm not a werewolf.
Exactly what
Fuck,
a
it's a
werewolf
psychic
would say.
werewolf.
That's an easy insight check.
It's a psychic werewolf! Ah!
Trying to control my
I
thoughts.
think he's a.
I'm gonna put it up to. I don't know. I'm literally raging right now. Do I think about that?
To you.
I'm just considering right now.
It is me. It's just an animal form.
I think I'll hold it off then.
I'll let him know to make himself scarce because the townspeople aren't going to really buy the story as much, especially after the other goings on in town.
They will be here within moments, although the priestess will at least be the first to arrive.
Go on, get you big stupid animal.
Grabs a newspaper and slaps it on the nose.
I mean, I was going to smack him on the butt with the butt of my spear, but you know.
That's the medieval version. Do you remain in wolf form, Kafka?
Yeah, I remain in wolf form.
Alright, the priestess turns up and she casts, like, not fairy fire, but maybe bless. Be careful of its bite. Lycanthropy is a very dangerous disease and is incurable.
Don't think that's a werewolf.
I am not a werewolf. I say to the priestess in her mind.
You are a sorceress who can change forms?
I have knowledge from the druids. It's just magic.
See, and she reaches out to pat you.
I am not the dog or your pet, and I kind of snap at her hand.
The guards turn up. It's a werewolf and it's trying to eat the demon priestess! Is that really a bad thing? And they begin loading their crossbows and preparing to fire. Get out of the way! I don't want to hit any innocent bystanders! Except maybe the priestess.
I swear I'm not racist. My best friend's a demon.
God.
I fucked a succubus one time. I'm not racist.
I kind of interpose myself between like the party and the guards and go, wait, stop.
Out of the way,
This is a
woman!
werewolf.
Are you daft?
I'm not.
Are you aware it's a werewolf?
There are other things that can change forms, not just werewolves. Have you heard of
Oh.
druids?
Evil wizards, for example.
Ah, we
I
shoot
do.
them too.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
We shoot everybody that's not a white people.
Make a persuasion roll, Debbie.
Oh yes, my -1 charisma. Let's go.
What do we need?
Make an intimidation.
It's
Oh,
about
no.
the same.
Don't be daft, woman! Duck! And he begins firing. His mate does the same. They both fire their bows.
I am not moving out of the way.
Oh, they get disadvantaged then. Get out of the way, woman! Okay, that's a miss. And the other one, 12, not going to hit. God bless you! Oh, reload. It is not a werewolf, says the demon priest. Please, gods, thank you for your interference, but the adventurers have this scene under control. A few locals are turning up now with pitchforks and torches.
So about those ghouls, huh? Were they digging up the people?
Sure were. They were digging up the fresh graves. They'd managed to make it to the caskets in one circumstance.
Didn't get them open though.
Didn't get them open. Just left their claw marks that hadn't yet opened them.
There was another trail.
I spied some
was it?
tracks, yes.
Let us follow them while they're still fresh.
You think we should? Think it's worth it?
Yeah, it'll also get us out of the town instead of fighting the town.
I mean,
We set out to complete this task, no? We should see it through.
I
Yeah.
didn't expect no one to be turning into no big wolves, but
In
I'll be damned
Badine,
if you didn't.
I speak to Dahlia in Badine, yeah. Stay away from that dog.
Yes, how terrifying.
I start
The world
sniffing the
beyond the
ground.
desert.
Well, shit. I guess when in Rome, we might as well follow them.
Alright. The wolf has advantage on its survival check. Everyone else has disadvantage unless you have dark vision.
Fuck that. I'm just following the wolf.
I'm a roll with it.
Brilliant. Kefka's on the trail.
I'll
And
Right,
make
like-
sure
come on.
I'll make sure the crowd disperses and then catch up.
Alright. They listen to a woman with a mace and armor. It's like that's a figure of authority that men and women can both be intimidated by.
6'2",
6'3".
spear, shield. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like the guys, like they're probably secretly fantasizing, and the women are secretly wishing that they were you. But in both cases, they back off.
Don't need 8 charisma to be don't need charisma to be imposing. Shit.
That's right. And you don't need charisma to be sexually attractive either. Like, men will go for anything. Am I right? Anyway.
Hell yeah.
6'3"? Hell yeah, dude.
Wonder what she's got under that armor. Probably poops. Probably. All right. You follow the wolf. It gets to the wall, wolf, and you can smell where the trail ends at the wall. It looks like they climbed over here. You can still smell the scent. It effectively ends at the wall, although theoretically you could go over the wall and it'll begin again.
I think they climbed over the wall. Should we continue?
We going into the forest at night?
Yeah, how far are we gonna follow
Yeah,
these
go.
fuckers?
All the way.
Yeah, we don't want the trail to go cold.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
All right. Climbing the wall's not too difficult, not for people like yourselves. Probably an inconvenience, certainly, but nothing more than that. And so you breach the wall, and now you're out into the countryside. At this point, I guess we might as well go to the bigger map. And on this bigger map, the trail leads in a westerly direction from here. So you've gone north and reached the walls. It now proceeds west. How long do we follow it? 10 minutes? Longer? An hour?
Does it go for that long?
It goes for 10 minutes. Do you keep going after that?
Yeah.
All right.
We keep
You've lost the
on
trail
for-
by now, but the dog's onto it, so you can have another check with advantage of Kafka. Sorry to interrupt.
God
Yeah,
damn!
you're on the trail. You are not going to lose this trail. You have to. Everyone has to run to keep up with the fucking wolf man because the wolf is away.
How long
An
can you
hour.
stay as a wolf?
Sorry, Steve. Sorry.
I can stay a wolf at an hour.
1 hour?
Yeah.
All right.
And-
It vaguely follows the trail, the what the Zentarum call the Black Road. It vaguely follows the trail, and then after about an hour, where you've covered a good few miles, because the wolf is fast and you will have to run to keep up, you lose the trail. Or you're not going to lose the trail. Not with a 23. You're going to hang on to it even with your human nose. But you lose your wolf form, and it's currently about 2 a.m. by now. Maybe even a little after 2:30. And you can still stay on the trail if you want. There's nothing wrong with that. You've got it now. But you'll be moving slower, and you'll be moving through the dark of the night.
Also going to be burning through torches and oil.
Can I just use dancing lights instead of?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
can-
It's a cantrip, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't give very much light though.
No, that doesn't give a lot
Yeah.
of light. 10 feet or something.
I got this
Yeah, but
bullseye
just to make sure.
lantern.
And you keep everything away, like nothing apart from moths come to investigate what the light is.
How far out are we planning to go here? Because I'm willing to bet this might be a pretty long trail.
Mm-hmm. With my natural explorer, can I know how far behind we are?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna have a look at what it does.
Oh, it's
last
like a
Yeah,
last
so-
sentence.
So you're basically wondering how long ago they came through here. 3 hours ago. They move at about the pace you did, and so an hour before you encountered them, they were an hour away. So you are where they were at roughly about 12 o'clock at night, a bit later.
Okay.
So what are we going to do now? It's 3:30 in the morning. The sun will be rising in about 2 hours, and we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, but not exactly, because we are at least walking near to a road.
I have a thought here. I'm not
Let's hear it.
100% sure of the habits of undead, but I don't really imagine them being particularly active in daytime. If we did follow this thing back till about whenever what's it called? Sunset was, we'll probably find wherever they were, I guess, nesting or hiding or came from originally.
Puts us at what, another roughly 3 hours of travel?
3 or 4.
Yeah, something like that.
Mhm.
And then do we intend to camp out here?
I mean,
You
I have my
wouldn't
tent.
Oh, did you? Do you carry your tent on you wherever you go? Like that's like I'm not saying that you don't, but it's kind of
I mean,
odd.
I was planning on tracking them anyway, or the possibility.
I got one in my
He's a bit of a
ruck.
planner.
I
Sure.
just carry a bedroll. Me so.
Yep. Bedroll's certainly practical, more so than a tent to just be sort of carrying around. Well, but yeah, if you say you've got your gear, then you've got your gear.
I'll give my tent over to Razul, though. Or at least to his daughter, Dahlia. Because gentlemen do that, right?
Oh yeah.
Gracious.
Debbie keeps her two-person tent to herself.
And her anvil.
Sleeps
Not
next
sure.
to an anvil.
Sharing that anvil.
Of course.
All right, so we are camping out here.
I think the plan is we're going to follow the trail until we get to where they would have been at sunset, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Because we're going on the hunch that they
Came out
they were-
somewhere.
yeah. And then once we get there, we'll probably rest.
All right. You travel about 4 miles an hour. Even when you're normally in the dark you wouldn't go that far, but you're running after a dog for the first hour, so you have to run to keep up. Lucky you don't have any horses; they might break their legs. But in any case, you follow them until roughly dawn, and by the time you reach dawn and the mist is beginning to coalesce around you, dawn being one of the mistiest times of the day, you're standing in the wake of an old dwarven ruin. And even as you make it here at dawn, the place kind of comes alive. Pigs start emerging from the forest and start rolling around in mud and digging up the dirt looking for food. Sheep, really big sheep called golden merinos, these huge freaking longhorn sheep with brilliant golden wool. They also wake up and start grazing. So yeah, you arrive at the outskirts of Brightblade Tombs just as dawn is breaking, and as the world is waking up, songbirds begin tweeting, and wild animals begin looking for whatever it is that they eat, grass or roots or berries, as the case may be. But yeah, you arrive at outside the Brightblade Tombs, and in addition to a small herd of pigs? I don't know what you call a group of pigs. A family of pigs.
A sounder.
A sounder. Brilliant. So, you see the sounder of pigs. There's probably about 8 of them. Big male, not so big female. A whole bunch of piglets, and also this golden merino ram, which through the fog eyes you suspiciously.
Well, I suppose our quarry lies in there. Let's make camp. Rest.
Sounds like a plan.
Try to find somewhere nice and shady.
Or are you just doing a short rest?
I think we do need to do a long rest because we essentially, instead of taking our rest at midnight, we chased our way halfway to the Brightblade Tunes.
Yeah, a lot of us are probably pretty knackered.
Yeah. We're probably pretty knackered, so I think we make camp and we head back before dusk.
Head back to Daggerfall?
Or we could even head just straight up north, up towards the sawmill. What do you guys think? We could head up north towards Stonehome, too.
Mm-hmm.
You mean after we're done with this problem, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. It makes once we should investigate the tombs while we're here. Trail leads here.
I suppose we should.
I mean, I paid for our entrance and a map a while back.
This is true.
I'll bring that map up.
I'm gonna summon spirits to set up the campsite for everybody.
Brilliant.
If it's okay with you, Kefka, I would rather set up my own tent.
It is no trouble. Let me do it. Spirits are gonna do it anyway, so you might as well just let them.
I wouldn't argue with him on this if I was you.
No, if he insists, it's okay. I don't like it, but I won't stop him.
Oh, I meant to tell the Badine, like, don't worry, I'll have spirits set up your tent for you. I mean, that just sounds like you're asking for a beheading, boy.
I apologize for earlier not telling you about being able to transform into this.
Seems like pertinent information, but what do I know? I can't turn into wolves.
Well, it's quite new to me. I didn't know this. I slept and then the knowledge came to me as I dreamed.
Yeah. Point. Yeah, this is like, so you haven't actually even really technically been ordained then. It's just which means you're not really a proper druid because you've never gone through the ordination rituals. Anyway, that's an interesting thought. But it's something we can deal with at a later time.
Doesn't know he's going through druid puberty.
There was just rat fur where there wasn't rat fur before.
All of a sudden I had a tail, and then the next day I didn't have a tail.
And I had tail again, and I fell. I'm so
Good God.
This map we've received, Arctic, is the entrance to the place on the right of screen or top of screen?
The right.
Or left of screen even. There's a little entrance there, I see. Okay.
Okay, so what are we camping essentially out in the entrance of it?
Maybe just outside. We don't know what's inside.
Another question: do we want to go try to bag some game while we're out here? Because it did sound like there are some prime catches out here.
yeah. I'll go hunting. That's
Yeah, I'll go with you. We should make sure these don't belong to anybody, though. I don't know how you would do that. You're from the Hill Tribes, right? How do you guys know this?
you to shoot
Or do you
whatever
just
see.
poach? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I think you just poach, actually. Okay. But yeah, I mean, with this big old fuck off longbow, I can shoot from 180 feet effectively.
Mhm.
All right. So we set the tents up outside and then get ready to hunt some game.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's close by, I'm not trying to like go out and hunt, but see if I can't bag one of those bighorns that was out there.
Close by. Here we are up here.
dark.
So down here, down to the south, there are a bunch of pigs. They're wallowing around in the mud in the morning sunshine. Big male, the sow as well, and a whole bunch of piglets. There's also this ram up here. Can you see the ram?
I
The
can't
dynamic
see
lighting is something a bit weird. I'm looking through someone else's eyes, and yeah, so that's the one. Yeah. So this is an elevated platform or elevated ridge. I think ridge is the right word. It's difficult for me to explain how tall and what slope it is, but it's not that difficult. It's difficult terrain. You can scramble up it, but it doesn't require an athletics check. So it doesn't require an athletics check to climb, but it will slow you down. Difficult terrain. It's scurry. Scurry is loose rocks on a solid rock base. The golden merino, the massive sheep, and it is a big bastard sheep. This massive long horns is eyeing you with a great deal of suspicion.
Oh.
Probably
Sorry,
rightfully
Rick.
so, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it with some like, I bet that would like, that'd be a quality catch for the hunt,
Sell its wool for a pretty penny too.
right? Yeah. Have any of us ever seen a sheep like this? We know, how tough it is to bring down.
The locals would know that they are valuable. Their horns, can make good trophies. More importantly, their wool. It's a golden sheep, right? Like, who wouldn't want a golden fleece? You'd go on an Argonaut's quest for that sort of thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
that aside,
Nice.
yeah. So it's a valuable commodity. It's also very big and relatively dangerous. People do die hunting these sheep.
So, I think it's probably a little bit too powerful for me to drop with one arrow. I'm not entirely sure about that.
Yeah, Luna would try to stealth up towards it, try to get.
Yeah, you think we try to like have me shoot it once you like stab it with the spear, or vice versa? Like I shoot it and you stab it.
I'd try getting around it and chase it back towards you.
All right. Anybody else want to get in on this? Anybody else up for hunting, or is it just us two?
Fred, I'm a little tired at the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's still not a good day.
I mean, I want to do this before I go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Sure, I shall help you, and I turn into a giant spider.
Oh, by the nine.
I scream the girly scream.
oh dear God. Well, you go help Luna. And
yeah, I still have zero vision on the map.
Really, it
I
might be
can
your
see it.
token, right? Then in that case, I probably haven't set your token up. Let's see. Or maybe I didn't put you down at all. Luna. I don't see Luna's token. Oh, right there.
To the left of
Right.
the spider.
Okay. I don't see her in the heroes thing.
Yeah, no,
Kefka,
I'm in
Dali,
pets,
Aradon.
pets and companions still for some
Oh,
reason.
you're in Pets and Companions, are you? Okay, well, I'll move you out of there. I'll understand why then. One other thing, Kefka, you're able to give yourself dark vision, aren't you? You've got VTT.
Yeah, there can, yeah.
Yeah, cool. See if you can just adjust that for yourself, and I'll give Luna some vision. All right, that's set up. Luna obviously doesn't have dark vision, so it'll be 0, 0, and 0. That works. I'll save that now so that it doesn't have to be done again. It's a good picture. I like it. I haven't looked at it close yet. Simple drawing, but it's got a lot of character.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, so you move up, Luna. You notice that it's not watching you. It's watching the party aggressively, the spider, and more than anything else. It stamps its hooves and lowers its head as if it's ready to charge the spider. And you are able to make your stealth roll, and it's quite likely that you're going to avoid its gaze. Yeah, it seems to have no concept of where you are and is focused firmly on the spider. It's a big damn sheep, way bigger than you expected.
Mm-hmm.
Big sheep.
What is this? This is like.
Can I try to get a good? Oh, sorry.
That's scree, so it's a difficult terrain, but it doesn't require an athletics check.
Okay. Yeah, I'll kind of scurry down, like try to climb up behind it.
You get behind it, and the party can see you crawling around, but it has no idea you're there. It's still trying to goad the spider into coming within charge distance.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out my sword, start screaming and charge it.
Right. Too late does it realise you're there, and it turns to face you, and realises its mistake. Yeah, too late. Yeah, anyone else who is participating can also roll.
Damn, Luna.
Advantage.
Hunting with a greatsword, rolling a fucking 22. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I call hacks.
Sure.
I mean, considering she's gotten the crap kicked out of her in like every fight we've had, this
that's true.
can't possibly go any way other than good, right?
Yeah, sure. It's not a great sword, it's a long sword.
Oh, we gotta get you a greatsword.
It's a great long sword.
Mm-hmm.
Long great sword. That'd be a big sword. It would be like a Zweihander. Luna, you charge in, taking the golden merino quite by surprise. You'll have advantage because it didn't know you were there. And you need it, as it turns out.
Well, I have advantage on the first turn of every combat.
Oh, do you? Right. Are you Gloomstalker? Or just Rangers?
No.
All Rangers get that.
That's all Rangers.
Oh, did I?
All revised Rangers.
Oh, yeah, the
okay,
revised.
Cool. Alright, so you hack into it, but its wool is thick. It's like steel wool, right? Like this is some thick, almost metallic wool. The sort of thing that you could knit chainmail into, maybe. It's that good, that strong. Yet, you do manage to hack into it, inflicting a brutal wound which greatly angers the sheep.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well, here's hoping I shoot well.
That'd be good.
Right? Yeah. I don't think my stealth was good enough for advantage, but is this still full surprise?
It rolled a 5 in total on its stealth roll.
Oh wow, yeah. So this will be with advantage, I believe. Let me take off the
Yeah,
list.
maybe you're in like the long grass or something, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
kind of
pretty sure
like just setting up my hunting spot.
Yeah.
15. That's a poopy damage roll, though.
All right, it now turns around to face you, unsure about where all of these attacks are coming from. It's a little bit distressed at this point.
It's from Duelist. And that's actually +2 extra damage because this is a beast, I'm assuming.
It is certainly a beast. It's not a monstrosity, just a normal beast.
Yeah, that's my favorite enemy, so that's another 2 damage.
Perfect. I love it when people take beast as a favorite enemy because it's logical, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's what
exactly.
hunters hunt,
Best, really.
Yeah.
More like you're gonna shoot out the horses, plus that's advantage on animal handling, I think, right?
Yeah, good point.
I don't think so, but
Maybe diplomacy checks on animals, which is
it's something.
Something like that. Tracking animals in any
Yeah,
case.
tracking animals.
I think it's wisdom checks in general, but I'm not out. Whatever.
Wisdom
I'm
survival.
slowing it down.
Wisdom survival, isn't it, right? Okay, cool. Giant spider, you just move up, or is there something else you're doing?
I'm gonna move up, and then this range on the web, it's 30, 60 feet, so this is gonna be disadvantage, right?
Perfect,
Or
yeah,
is-
disadvantage. You lob it just enough to tangle up its back legs.
Oh,
Whoa, and a 13, I think, is not quite enough. No, it's not. You wrap its legs up, but it just kicks and bucks and rips the web apart. It was just a few inches short.
that's the end of my turn.
It's the end of your turn, and the giant ram backs away. It provoking attack of opportunity as it sort of runs, and it seems like it's going to run and then try to get away. You have an attack of opportunity if you want, and you hit brutally. Whoa, that's a nasty strike.
oh, damn!
You have absolutely crippled this ram, but it doesn't give up. It comes back and charges you.
Whew.
Roll 2 10s.
Oh man,
and
is
you're
this
done.
about to hit you off the cliff?
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh no!
Bam!
Oh.
Well, how do you not get hit by this? What's the
I jump clean over it, kind of like dive over top of it.
Brilliant, and it runs straight off the cliff and starts tumbling down. Meh, 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 meh. And when it finally arrives on the ground, it's lying there, broken-legged and prone. Luna,
I'll just take out my bow and just finish it off.
indeed, it shouldn't be hard.
Oh,
It's use inspiration on that.
Yeah, go ahead. Bam! You sink the golden merino, and you get the kill.
damn! Damn, Luna.
Yeah, I'll just kind of slide down the hill, pick it up, and drag it back to camp.
Brilliant. The pigs run away. They're not sticking around for this massacre.
Mm-hmm.
You are a skilled hunter, woman.
I know.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Who wants mutton?
You know I want some mutton.
I'll get a fire going.
I won't turn down fresh meat.
Let's hope Razul gets all of his teeth knocked out.
I'm yet to call anybody a breeder. I haven't been that bad.
That must
that's
be
just the
Malaro.
DM.
Yeah, that's Syriac circle of people breeders.
And Debbie can't cut the DM in his sleep, so.
Yeah, what a kill though. Damn.
Yeah.
Like that was all you. That was all Luna.
10s and those damage rolls. Damn.
It's only
Fucking-
two max rolls, and
Yeah, dude, 2 10s on that, dude. Like fucking risky. Like I'm not sure exactly how many hit points that sucker had, but somewhere ballpark of right around 50.
a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, me too. Right? Like I was a little nervous about this because I was like, I don't think I can kill it in one shot, but I figured my arrow would drop it. I was wrong. I just can't believe it charged off the cliff like that and pretty much killed itself.
Yeah. Oh well.
Like it's certainly big enough to feed us all.
Yeah, this is one hell of a catch, honestly.
Yeah.
Like we bring the whole thing back to the what was it? There's a guy paying for trophies.
There is a guy. And
Yeah.
That was
not
the guy
only,
at the burnt down inn.
yeah, that's right. And you also could use the fur, the wool.
Mhm.
Fur. The wool fur can be used for a variety of purposes. It is in effect useful for like magic item creation. If you can think of something that might use golden wool, this is that's what it's saying.
Oh man,
If
that's
only we had a barbarian wearing a golden loincloth.
Something
I
like
mean,
that. Yeah.
I am gonna say I am a barbarian. I'm definitely not a loincloth, but if we think we could use those in bracers of unarmored defense, I am fully okay with that.
I was
They'll be
thinking,
cufflinks though, because I'm
cloak of
classy.
protection. Is that a thing?
Sure.
Isn't there
It
a
can be.
cape that gives +1?
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a good one.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
So I have
right.
I have weaver's tools, so if you can cut it off the animal without damaging it,
Ooh.
then I could use my weaver's tool proficiency to make it at half price.
Yeah, I mean, I have full into survival and guidance, so if someone wants
I have
to
an
assist,
advantage on survival.
Oh
which
wow,
actually
yeah.
is in +4, so.
yeah, I got the +5.
Mhm.
Eh,
Yes, one does
It's-
the check, the other assists.
I guess I'll assist.
Alright, I'll take the assist, and then beforehand give myself guidance.
Sure.
24?
Brilliant. You do a magnificent job. Luna's there to give you a bit of tips, but it's clear that you know what you're doing. And all the men just sit around while the women do the real work.
Well, the women do the
beat
cooking.
me to it.
Women do all of it.
Even like butcher it properly with the different cuts and everything.
Exactly. Lamb
Nice
shanks
back
and
straps and
perfect.
Like I know how to skin it. It's Luna that knows like the different cuts, and I just have a good steady hand on top of that.
don't poke the stomach.
Yep. Don't puncture the bowel.
On a piece of trivia, like I first saw a sheep getting gutted about 7 years ago for the first time, 8 years ago, and like they're ruminants that they have multiple stomachs. How sheep appear to be fat. That is almost entirely stomach. They don't actually have a lot of meat on them. They just got this massive gut. It's fucking huge.
Yeah, they only have a little bit on their back and legs is basically the only good meat on them.
Yeah, it really surprised me to see like their guts are fucking huge. Like they're as big as like a human torso. It's huge. Anyway.
Those
Trivia.
fuckers can eat a lot too, like just like in terms of volume. Like they'll eat trash, man.
Yeah, a little different, but the first deer I ever shot had no joke about 4 inches of fat over its whole body.
Yeah, right.
A normal deer
right.
might have like half an inch. This
I was
thing
going to say, deer. Why would a deer be fat? That's curious.
this one was eating all of our corn.
Have...
It was a fat
Don't
one.
do it.
Literally corn fed.
Yep.
that must have been good meat though. Damn.
It was okay. It wasn't the best one.
Not that great, eh? Oh yeah, I
It
would
was
have
a
thought.
young
Yeah.
one, and it just it was weird.
Okay, no, that's quite interesting. So we've butchered it, we've skinned it, we've taken off the head. The tents are set up, the fire is going, and I guess we're bunking down for a long rest in the cool morning.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Stomach's full.
And I do think we could bring this up because that's probably a potential magic item, or at least piece to a magic item. I do think it's safe to say that you did all the work, so Luna gets it.
Yep.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't know if we can turn the rest of it into cash or like get heaviest catch out of it, but yeah, I feel like that's definitely your item. Seems thematic to a ranger.
Yeah, there's an entry for something to do with butchery or meat, and this is a pretty
Heaviest
big.
catch.
Heaviest catch probably would be a good bet, but I mean, if we're gonna eat it, I don't know if we can do that.
Well, the
I
owlbear
would
was bigger
honestly-
than this. So take the wool, eat it. That's it.
Was the owlbear bigger than this? I don't know.
Bigger, but we didn't bring its flesh in, so it doesn't count.
Truth.
Oh,
Truth.
okay. Yeah, there you go. All right.
That's Luna's catch. What do you want to do? Do you want to eat it?
I'm hungry.
Let's eat it.
Okay.
Well, there's several hundred pounds of meat on it anyway. There's probably about
Damn.
200 pounds of meat. Yeah, like a lot. About 200 pounds. And there's no way you're going to get through more than about 25 pounds, even if you gorge yourselves. Still going to be a big carcass even once that's done. Even once you take a leg off.
Start cobbling together stuff to lay it over to dry it.
Brilliant.
Turn it into jerky.
I don't suppose we have any salt.
Yeah,
that
I was just thinking.
I've got
I don't have any
some,
curing
but
salt.
not that much.
Yeah, not 10 kilos of salt. 10 pounds.
No.
No, I get some wet wood to smoke it.
Brilliant. Yeah,
There you
brilliant.
go. That I can help with. Flint will go chop wood.
Fuck that! I'm
I'm
sleeping.
just spending yeah, exactly. I'm spending a fair bit of time doing all these preparations and having meals and that, and it's already about 6 a.m. When we went hunting. It'll be mid-afternoon, early to mid-afternoon, by the time we've finally rested up and we're ready to go again.
Mhm.
All right, nighttime tomb diving. Who's up?
Yeah, why not?
Best time to do it.
It's gonna
Isn't
be
it?
dark anyway, so why not?
No, we all have torches.
I got a
speaking of which, I'm
fancy
down to 8.
lantern.
All right.
Am I able to add in a lantern on VTT?
Should be able to, yeah.
You can if you just adjust your vision as though you were, it should all sync up.
Yeah, change it to 40/20 instead of 6:0:0, whatever. All right, it's 3 p.m. You've well and truly rested up now. You've got big, full bellies. The pigs are long gone. There's still about 3 hours of sunlight left, and you're all itching to go.
Well, before we set off, I should take 10 minutes to do my thing.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Hey, yeah, that's a good call.
It's 5
Well,
at
only-
HP now.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
5
it's giving me
p.m.
dark vision here. Why is it giving me dark vision?
I have a torch.
If you put a torch on, that's what torches do. They in Roll20, it'll there's no difference between dark vision and light. It
But
doesn't.
it's just letting me see the whole way down here.
Yeah.
How far is that? That's a long
I
way.
can see at least 120 out here.
Yeah, I can see up to that point now, but I think that's because the torch is lit, right?
Probably the sunlight, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, the sunlight from outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, there's no way a torch would get that far, is it? Yeah, fair enough.
Because if you were to move up to this would disappear if we move up with the torches.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because according to the map, that there isn't a sharp angle right there in the map.
No, that angle is not there. That's just a trick of the light. Maybe there are trees blocking the sun or something like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess Debbie's leading the way.
All right.
I'll be right behind you, Debbie. I gotta reload Roll20 though.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've also got to find some information I'm missing a bit.
Maybe just
What is this fire?
Devi, if you don't want to be holding a torch, if you want to go like sword and mace and shield, I can hold the torch or hold a lantern pretty much right behind you.
Nah, I'd rather. I'm good holding the torch.
All right.
I can drop cantrip and then pull out weapon. So.
Alrighty. Yeah, I am rolling with a lit lantern and a shield.
Campsite
Do you
here?
need to stop while you look up stuff?
No, I brought it up. Thanks for asking that. But I brought it up.
All right.
There's an old campsite here. It looks like people have been through here before. There's some whetstones and a couple of broken arrows, a bit of coal, a smashed vial, that sort of junk.
Did you just cut out there, Arctic?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I heard
All right.
it was like broken stuff and some other junk.
Yeah, that's all that you see initially. Yeah, a bit of junk. It looks like an old campsite, probably used by adventurers in the past or campers in the past.
Is this anything in particular, Arctic? It's just like black space for me. I figure there's no torch currently illuminating that area. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. There's no torch illuminating it. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay, great. Thanks. That's just utter darkness. Okay, like that.
Yeah, you can make an investigation check if you're looking around for things, but it just looks like junk. Roll for initiative. No one move. Just roll for initiative.
Oh yeah, I got a 2.
All right, they will have advantage on you because they take you by surprise.
Do they?
Well, they have their basic. What's your passive perception?
13.
All right, I'll give them a hide check.
I have a 14.
One of them gets advantage. All right. Flint's got a 14. I better add him in.
Yeah, I'm having some R20 issues right now.
Right, I'll add the spider in too. Kefka as it is, because he's not a spider anymore. Alright, now they get a surprise round. They're basically waiting for you. So while everyone else is moving up, the ghouls move in. One of them launches itself at Debbie, and Debbie sees it coming, so she's able to react to it. But while she's distracted by one, the other one comes up from behind. So this first one will attack without advantage. Did I just drop?
No, you're fine. That was someone else.
You know,
I think
that does hit.
All right, and the other one will have advantage regardless of whether you are paralyzed or not. Oh shit!
I'm not paralyzed, but that's an ow.
Oh, that's brutal.
7 and 18, 25 points of damage.
Reduced by 3 each time.
Brilliant. So so 20. What did I say? 20. I can't even remember. 4 plus 15.
25. Yeah.
Total of 19, I think.
I took off 4 the first time and 15 the second time, so I am down to 3.
All right,
Damn.
brutal ravaging, and then we begin the round. Razul.
All right. No doubt I've heard these things come and begin harassing our leader, whoever's on point. So I will waste no time and go 10, 15, 25, 30 feet to this space here. In terms of item interactions, Arctic, what's my economy looking like in terms of putting my pike away and drawing my crossbow?
Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm gonna basically stop. I don't like the whole. You have to put your weapon down. You have to drop it. That sort of thing. I find it gamey. I find it very.
It's a bit jarring, isn't it? Yeah.
I'll just call the interaction. You can draw your swords and all that sort of shit as is.
Sure.
as is convenient for you. Yeah.
All right, great. Yeah, I'll like run down the stairs here, take a knee with the heavy crossbow out, and fire a bolt at this fellow right here.
Okie dokie.
It's a 12.
12 will be enough. They have no armor.
Excellent. A total of 9 points of piercing damage, and that'll be my turn.
All right, and we'll go back to Flint now. Excellent.
Okay. All right, my turn.
Yeah.
All right, I think I got everything working here. Okay, I'm gonna run over towards Luna here.
Why are you
Not a good
sideways?
situation.
Crawl.
I am going to go ahead, and I didn't think I'd do this so many times right off the bat. I'm going to go ahead and enter a rage. I think I can run just up to melee with this one here. So I am in a rage, dashed up there. That's my turn. Hopefully I don't die.
All right, Kefka.
When I typed the 15, that was just for passive.
Right, my mistake.
No,
Well,
yeah, I'm on the bottom of that 3 initiative.
cool, I'll delete you. Thanks for clarifying it. All right, this is not good. One of them tries to kill Devi outright. But it doesn't do a very effective job. Another one simply tries to scratch at the interloper. It doesn't do a great job either. But just as you're getting your confidence, you hear others scuttling around in the rear, and those scuttles become ravaging roars as more ghouls launch themselves into the assault. You hear even more noises coming from the depths of the temple. You're beginning to wonder just how many of them there are.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I'm pretty far from everything. Casting Bless from back here would be a little bit of a waste. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Yeah, just yeet up there. Dash, double move. That'd be my turn.
Okie dokie. Luna.
I will run forward here and throw a hand axe at this one's face. Ten.
Enough, it knocks your axe away and sends it skittering away into the darkness.
Oh, shucks.
Lamaine. Muted again, perhaps? Thalamaine, are you there? Here we go. Perfect.
It's going downhill or uphill? Or up the
Uphill.
stairs or down?
These stairs lead up, but they are stairs, as you correctly ascertain.
I'm gonna go over here, back up a bit, and shoot. Which one's most hurt currently?
I don't think any of them have been hurt yet.
None of them been hit.
Oh, geez.
No, we're really bad with this
This is
stage.
I think I shot one,
Can I get
right?
this one? Yeah, he's hiding
Did you
because of the
shoot
stairs,
one?
so I can hit him.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
I,
right. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Forgot
I'm
about
gonna use my Trades of Chaos.
Brilliant. That's going to be enough. All right, you blast it. Does Tides of Chaos automatically trigger, like, does it potentially trigger wild magic or something? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, cool. So it can trigger it. It'll trigger it every time unless I say otherwise. So go ahead and
Nope.
Yeah, it's at the end
That
discretion thing.
was
yeah. So it'll happen
fire
every
damage.
time. Brilliant. You burn it, and the stench of burnt ghoul flesh is simply the worst. The worst. $61.
I have to shout when I speak.
What was that?
I have to shout when I speak for the next minute.
Nice. Well, if there's anyone out there, they're going to know that we're here.
Is there anybody out there?
Oh, wow. Pink Floyd reference. Kefka.
I'm gonna.
I'm happy you got that.
Oh, man, I listened to about fucking 4 or 5 hours of Pink Floyd yesterday, and then another 2 hours of Led Zeppelin.
Awesome.
Nice.
You got Thalamage's whispers. Fuck!
Whispers and then shouts it.
And it echoes throughout the cavern.
That's it.
My voice is gonna change into like a dual kind of like two entities talking at once, and I'm going to chant and heal. And that's the end of my turn.
Brilliant. Debbie.
Alright, I'm gonna bonus action cast Shield of Faith on myself. To now have decent AC.
You are protected.
And why not? No guts, no glory. I'm gonna stab this for a whopping 4.
A whopping 4. A glancing blow at best.
Yeah, it's decent. You can ask Arctic about the ACs I've had in his game so far.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of the bullshit you can
You only had
attain.
like 32 in the last game.
God damn! Like most people don't even have a plus 13 modifier.
Let me see, what did I
shit.
have? I had a
When you're in the car.
Yeah, when I was driving, I had a 36.
36. It's like
Fucking
level
hell.
5 or 6 or something. Yeah.
Because the car gives you 3/4 cover, which is plus 5. I could
Oh,
cast
man.
Shield multiple times a day. I had Shield of Faith, and I had a 24 base AC between full plate,
Fucking disgusting.
defensive fighting stuff. Yeah, no, it was bogus. But yeah, that's my turn.
Flint, you hear the sounds of more of them scurrying towards you, their clawed feet dragging along the stone.
Now, when you say I hear more, that's more than just like the two other ones I see, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like
Yeah, you
it's
hear
just
them.
like the backwards area is deafening.
Yeah. The whispering behind you is it's kind of a bit distracting, but no, you definitely hear the sound of like claws dragging along the. You know what a dog sounds like when it drags its claws along stone? It's like that.
Alrighty. So until we're ready to retreat, I'm not gonna fucking just start running. So I am going to take the dodge action, and I'm just for now, I'm gonna do what soldiers do, and I'm gonna lock shields with Devi here, and hold my ground.
Shield wall.
Shield wall, taking dodge action. Got no armor and a shield. How's that for AC?
And you got 18? Hell yeah.
Got 18 AC without any, pretty much in my knickers. Not that I'm wearing my knickers, but wouldn't matter if I was.
Free balling.
I mean, that's always aside from the point. I mean, come on.
Exactly. That's why you have D12 hit points, because you're brave enough to free ball.
Oh man, I rolled a 1 and a 2 on my hit dice for that, and I want to cry.
I take that back. Azul.
All right. Yeah, shield wall formed, pike up. I get onto Flint 6 here. And with the 10 foot of reach, I'd like to come over Flint's shoulder with the pike and stab into this ghoul here.
Brilliant.
Stab! I'm crit miss. Sorry, Flint.
Not
Oh
enough.
god. Can you re-roll that?
I can't. I've used my inspiration already.
Are you gonna hit me?
It's not a missile weapon, so it won't hit.
Cool.
Okay.
Now, a question with two-handed weapons, Arctic. So there's my action to attack. Can I
Yeah.
bonus action attack with an offhand weapon holding the pike in one hand now that I've attacked with it?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Cool, because it's just like a pull a dagger
But
from the belt.
you then want for like this is, I don't know about the rules as written. I think you can do that, but you then presumably won't be able to use your pike for opportunity attacks.
Yeah, understood. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that trade if I'm allowed to throw the dagger now. I will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
You
All
got
right, no
the
worries. Great. So I'll toss that as well.
Right, you stab into it, and that was into which one, Debbie's or the other one?
The top one here with Flint.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
And then with the
Okay, cool.
remainder of my movement, I'm just going to move up here,
Right.
and that'll be it.
No problems. You drag your two-handed weapon behind you. All right, and this is where it gets hairy.
Well, let's see how many we got here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite 6. Okay, so they can't move into combat. They will instead just begin surrounding you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and these ones will not quite get into range. Okay, 2 of them attack. One on Debbie's got that massive shield, the armor. Instead, they're going to focus on the lighter, the softer target, or at least what they think is a softer target. So this is on Flint, and this is also on Flint.
Oh man, didn't even need to take dodge.
Your shield wall is impenetrable, but their numbers are significant. Dahlia. Dahlia. Did Dahlia just rejoin?
Yeah.
Right. You're up, Dahlia.
Right. Okay, so let's move up a little bit closer. Oh, damn. I'm coming back and seeing all these fucking ghouls.
The overpowering stench becomes an overpowering vision of something. I don't know how to finish that sentence.
Overpowering fear.
That's what I'm looking for.
Move 15 feet forward. Okay, good. I will bless our 3 frontliners there, Luna, Devi, and Flint.
What was that?
Bless Luna, Devi, and Flint.
Oh god, that's much appreciated.
Mhm.
All right. Luna! Was that the end?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I was gonna remain here. That's it.
Brilliante.
I'm gonna-
Stand fast, Luna.
I'll take a step forward, drop my torch on the ground, and start hacking with my sword, starting with the one at the bottom.
but 10 will not be enough. It seems that Gond cannot reach under the darkness of this haunted tomb.
Celine. But yeah.
Well, you've been
It would have
blessed
been
by
the
Gond.
gods of the desert, yeah, that did
Yeah.
the bless.
I guess so. Yeah, of course it was. Yeah. No, my mistake. I stand corrected. And even more reason why the light of the moon would not be reaching here. Not in the desert, and it's not even underneath the open sky. Charlemagne, are you going to have to carry the whole party?
He just needs those doubles on the damage dice.
He just needs the god roll, so like 7 doubles.
Just goes through the entire line.
Let's get like 12 8s in a row.
Do we have a chaos sorcerer among us?
Thalamage.
Or is he muted again?
He's okay.
I mean, sorry.
Chaotic but predictable.
All right, Charlemagne.
I'm gonna cast bolt on that one.
All right. Not enough. Chaotic as it is, 16. You have advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was using it's probably the Tides of Chaos. Announce it, bro. Come on.
Yeah, definitely have to announce it. Definitely. Yeah. All right. So 16 will hit. They do. Yeah. So that's basically why you have to roll it like every time. It's easier for me that way if you roll it every time.
15 fire damage.
15 fire damage. The ghoul is greatly afraid.
I think that's a bad one.
Oh, good.
Do you have any?
Oh, this one's funny.
Pot plant.
Nope. 4 flumps of.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh man, he just summoned other monsters now.
Did you?
4 flumps.
The flumps are good, though,
flumps.
right?
Oh, flumps. Lol. Wonder if they're even in the. They should be in the manual. Let's check it out.
They're on one of them.
There we
And
go.
I'm not frightened of you.
Does it say where they appear? Within
Oh,
60
Within
feet.
60 feet.
Alright, so,
They are frightened of him.
A
where's
flump's
Salomon
good.
back here?
Yeah, they're
Kind of
lawful
good.
Oh, they might help us.
Pretty worthless.
We don't want that.
Oh my god.
Aberrations have come to help us.
We can only help because, oh man, the second one of these lands a hit on me or Devi, we're done.
Nah, I could take another hit. It's fine.
See, like if it's more if the paralysis hits us, then we're done.
Oh yeah, it's the paralysis that'll do it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, unless like we have a definitive advantage. If I have less than 4 of them in melee with me, I'll consider attacking.
I'm still gonna attack, but I'm gonna rely on that 21.
I'm gonna take dodge, man. I'm gonna take those dodges. I don't care. I'm a barbarian. I'm a rogue too.
You lose your rage though.
I don't because they keep attacking me.
I think you need to be hit, right?
Oh no,
Yeah, you have
I
to
just
actually
need
be
to be
hit.
attacked. Do I have to be hit?
Yeah, attack or be hit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they'll have to burn that again this next round.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Devi.
Alright. No,
Then, as my bonus action, I'm gonna transform into a direwolf.
Moon Druid OP.
And that's
I
the end
always
of my
wanted to play one.
They're my favourite class when the book came out, and they still might be. I really like the Moon Druid. Direwolf's large, right?
Yeah.
Whoops, not my mistake. Sorry about that. All right, brilliant. All right, Debbie, you feel a little bit better as ancient spirits tend to your injury.
All right, I will take that boost and I will stab the singed and scorched guy in front.
All right. Whoa.
Oh yeah.
For 9.
Feel that gorilla monsoon? Go straight through it, and the ghoul turns to so much scrapped skin and rotten bone.
All right, and I will hold the line.
Right, you are indeed doing that. Flint, you are also holding the line.
I am going to reburn rage, and I am going to take dodge again.
I'm not sure
I'm
that you
just
do need
going-
to reburn it. I don't know.
I
but
do.
You do?
I
Okay,
need to take
cool.
actual damage for it to affect, or I need to make an attack. But yeah, I'm gonna reactivate it, and I'm gonna take dodge again.
All right, sure.
One more turn of that. Buy you guys some time. Hopefully more.
All right. Yeah, I grab the pike back off, so it's in two hands. I got it in the reverse grip now, so the point's at the bottom. I lunge forward at this ghoul that's popped up right here. I'm trying to attack him with it. 11 points of piercing damage, and I'm then going to reposition behind Luna here. Seeing the big dog has popped up.
It's a pretty good formation.
I actually, sorry, if I may, I'll stop moving here.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
Problems. The ghouls close in upon us and block up any gaps that remain. There will be one on Luna and one on Devi. We'll get those out of the way to begin with. Luna and Devi. Ooh,
20
Ooh.
misses.
brilliant.
Wow.
I'm hit.
Shield of Faith for the win.
Luna is
How many do I get?
ravaged. You
2
get
or 3?
3.
All with disadvantage.
Are they?
Oh god.
One on the wolf. Not enough.
Oh, we hold.
That's it. Our battle formation is the key to our victory. Talia.
Let's see. So Luna just took a hit there.
Sure did.
I can't really see her health bar because of the dynamic lighting.
It's not that bad.
Okay. Already
I
used
really
Blare.
wish I had Spirit Guardians right now.
Be nice, hey.
Nice.
Yeah, you'd rip them.
It would be pretty great. Not much else I can do apart from a Sacred Flame. So which, I'll zap one of the injured ones for the Sacred Flame. I don't suppose it really matters which one.
Choose the closest one if you don't specify otherwise.
Yeah, the closest one will do then.
Forgot to enter the flumps into the initiative.
Goddamn wild magic sorcerers.
I played him. I got that one so often. My DM just stopped bothering with the flumps. You got upset by them.
Novelty wore off, eh?
Yeah. Well, I got it like 5 times in a row.
All right, that's not very novel. The ghoul dodges the flame.
He would, especially when I get max damage.
Indeed.
That's it. I go peer over my shoulder at this point and notice these aberrations. I'm like, ah! Where the hell did they come from?
Oh, where did these guys come from? Where the hell did we come from?
I'm gonna keep trying to kill this one.
All right.
Oh,
Oh!
Did you just double one?
That's
I
not a
did.
magic weapon, is it? It's an ordinary weapon.
It is.
Oh.
Your weapon has bent, and until it is used at like an anvil or something, it will be at disadvantage to all attacks.
Fuck.
Nice.
Would mending fix it?
Yes.
Cool. I'll do that after combat.
All right.
I'll just kind of throw it over my shoulder.
Ding,
Pull my
ding,
hand out.
ding. The flumps panic. Anyone who is within 15 feet of a flump must make a dexterity saving throw.
Is there a flump in this area of darkness here, Arctic?
No, there is not. There's one back here.
Yeah, great. I think I am okay.
The flumps fart on you.
Oof.
It doesn't actually do anything. It just makes you smell bad.
It poisons you. It applies the poison
does it?
condition. Yeah, but
Oh,
still,
that's
it's pretty
unfortunate.
funny.
I mean, I think the only
Oh,
person it's going to affect doesn't make attack rolls, so.
Well, it also affects people within 5 feet of them.
Uh,
Melee for 2 hours.
I mean, exactly what just happened.
Alaman.
I'm gonna zap this one in the top right. I'm just gonna use a cantrip this time though.
Excellent.
18.
More than enough.
5. Let's see how much. What type? Lightning damage.
The ghoul is greatly agitated, but it has nowhere to run, so it must fight now to the second death. Alright, Kefka.
Bite the one up right up top of me.
Alright. What you do. That's a well and truly a hit. You snap its neck, and that's a satisfying sound, but it is more than countered by the awful taste. Dogs will eat just about anything, but undead flesh is even off their palate.
I'm just gonna step right on his body and then just start snarling at the ones in front of me. And that's the end of my turn.
Snarls. Snarls back, but it's not as impressive a snarl as yours. Alright, Debbie, we will wrap it up for this week with your attack.
Oh.
jeez.
Yeah. I'm going to stab the one right in front of me.
A brilliant strike,
For 7.
but only an injury. And the ghouls still feel confident that they can win this, even though they are yet to land any truly decisive blows.
I mean, they almost took me out at the beginning.
Right,
There you
almost
go, good
ganked
point.
her.
Yeah, that's right. Those ones are dead, though, but that is a good point.
Oh, we're gonna start off with me. I'm really kind of upset because I have this inspiration left, and I was gonna burn it here. Oh well.
Would keep going, but I
Yeah.
have been busting for a flump for quite some time.